on power people management. Greater International Business School was established in the year 2004. It is affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University in New Delhi and is approved by All India Council for Technical Education for technical programs and Bar Council of India for law programs. GIBS is currently offering postgraduate programs MBA, MBA International Business, MBA Integrated, LLM, undergraduate programs, BBA Honours, Integrated BBA LLB, BLLB Honours. GIBS has been graded A by National Assessment and Accreditation Council in the third cycle. It has been rated highest grading A by the Joint Inspection Committee of Government of City of Delhi and JJS University since 2013. And grade A by the Cabinet Audit Cell of JJS University since 2011 till date. The digital era has brought about unprecedented changes in the way organizations function and manage their workforce. Organizations are increasingly seeking innovative approaches to optimize their human capital. Traditional methods of coaching, performance management, and talent management often fall short in providing personalized, data-driven insights. Artificial intelligence offers the potential to address these gaps. AI is rapidly transforming various aspects of human resource management, offering opportunities to enhance coaching, performance management, and talent development. So this management development program aims to explore the potential of AI in these areas, equipping participants with the knowledge and skills and to leverage AI for effective people management in the digital age. It will also address the growing need for HR professionals and managers to understand and utilize AI tools for people management. So each day of the program will consist of 4 sessions, starting from introductory sessions on day 1 on AI trends and strategy in HR, followed by 3 days of extensive discussion on AI-driven tools, and closing with a significant session on ethical use of AI on day 5. The keynote speaker for today's inaugural session on Introduction to AI in HRM is Professor Dr. Urvesh Chaudhary. Professor Chaudhary is a seasoned academician and professional with over 29 years of experience in software development, academics, projects, and placements. She holds a PhD in management from Gautam Buddha University, Greater Noida, and specializes in business research methods, business analytics, and data analytics. Currently, she serves as a professor at the Center of Management Studies, as the IQAC coordinator, program coordinator for the MBA department, and chairperson of Kobe Institute Innovation Cell and the Internal Complaint Committee at Greater International Business School. Additionally, she is a certified innovation ambassador. Throughout her career, she has significantly contributed to both academia and industry. In her software development career, she worked on 18 projects including a major material requirement planning system for Indication Instruments Private Limited, Faridabad. Her academic contributions include authoring 3 books on organizational behavior, management processes, and research methodology, as well as editing 7 books. She has also published 60 research papers in national and international journals and guided 5 PhD students to successful completion of their degrees. She has been honored with numerous awards, including the Best Professor Award by the International Lions Club Society and ESM Research Foundation, as well as the HRA Award in 2021 and 2022. Her involvement extends to being a member of various advisory boards and editorial teams, including serving as the chief editor for UGC-approved Mera Journal and a paper reviewer for India Science Management Journal. She has also completed 2 consultancy projects as the principal instructor, delivering proven results to the organizations involved. She is also actively associated with the No Bukhan NGO, where she was conferred with the Peace Award by the Commissioner of Faridabad for her contributions during the COVID-19 pandemic. I would like to invite Professor Dr. Urvesh Chaudhary for the welcome address, followed by her enlightening session. Please, ma'am.
officials from the industry and the faculty members to this management development program today, organized by Geeta Ratan International Business School. And good morning to all of you. Today, we have organized this particular MDP program for 5 days, which is basically concerned towards the AI. As everyone knows that artificial intelligence and now the AI tools have made our work very easy. Uh, Our work has been made very, very easy, and we are able to speeden up our work with the help of these AI tools. So artificial intelligence, there are lots of myths among all the people regarding AI. Some people says that with the coming of AI and the spread of AI, the people are going to lose their jobs. Some people say that AI is replacing human beings. Some people says that AI will enhance the work. Some people says that many of the myths are there among the people. But when we went through this particular research regarding the AI, it comes to that AI has revolutionized the world of jobs. Although now the workforce, employment force will be divided into two major parts. One who has enhanced their skill set, learned the AI tools, and they know how to work with the AI, and the other who are not upgrading themselves with these tools. AI is not the thing which is going to kill the jobs or to reduce the jobs in the market. AI is something which is going to revolutionize the job work, how to do the work, how to speed the work. If I talk about that, now it is the time when I'm not talking about the that slow and steady will win the race. Now I'm talking about the fast and consistent, but this fastness in the work will come along with the knowledge of the AI. Nowadays, an AI is utilized in every sector. If I talk about the every sector, if I talk about HR, now we are basically dealing with all the parts of recruitment with the help of your AI tools. If I talk about the screening of applications, I'm receiving the application. ATS softwares are basically analyzing my resume. The people who are the applicants of this, they are analyzing the resume, that are they having all the criterias which has been specified in my job description at the time of publishing the job. If it matches, only then the resume is going further. That means a person who is having a traditional resume and one who has developed the resume according to the ATS pointers using the AI tools, that ATS resume will excel if I talk about the selection of the resumes. Similarly, if I talk about the other fields also, they are also, if I talk about the interviewing process, at that time also I'm talking about the uh, I don't need the specialized people to take the interviews nowadays. AI is there to take the interviews, and they will be basically finding out the suitable candidates who will be given that particular role. Similarly, if I talk about the other areas, even if I talk about the pharmaceuticals, AI is basically revolutionizing the world of research. Today, we are having the expert systems, AI systems, which are working on the different pattern recognition in the field of medicine also. In 2020, AlphaFold software was used. Basically, AI tool was used to find out and do the clinical trials and the other things in the field of pharmaceutics. And Pfizer and other organization made a deal with this kind of the AI organizations, and these deals are billions of deals. And it has been because of this AI intervention and the use in the research and development that the cost of Covishield and Covaxin was reduced to that affordable cost, and we were able to get this vaccine in the affordable price. The same thing is happening now. More of the industries are using the AI in our research and development so that the cost is decreasing while we are making use of these particular type of AI tools while we are doing the research. So AI is the demand of the today. It is the demand that it should be taught to the student. It should be upgraded by the faculty member. It should be upgraded everywhere in the organizations. If you upgrade yourself and start working using the AI tools, that will increase your speed of work. Number one. Number two, quality will also increase because the biasness factor is reduced when we are using the AI tools. If I am as a human being working on something, biasness automatically increases. This biasness decreases. Efficiency increases if I am making use of the AI tools. The main purpose of organizing this particular MDP is to make you aware about the different aspects of AI in different areas of the this areas of the business. So how we can make use of AI in HR, how we can make use of AI when I'm into the purchase department, how I can make use of AI when I'm into the basically research and development part, how I can make use of AI when I'm talking about the finance, trend analysis, and predictive AIs. So AI is of your two types on which we generally work, that is generative AI and the predictive AI. So we will be considering both type of AI here, predictive as well as the generative AI. So when I'm talking about the generative AI, we are generating a lot of content out of this, but for that you should know how to write the right kind of prompts. If you're getting the right kind of prompt, you will be able to get the more and more basically more and more accuracy in the content which you are requiring or which you are asking from the AI tool. So it is necessary that you should now learn it, and basically learning and applying the knowledge which you take from here, and you come to know basically how it can be applied and how it can be explored and it can be used in the industries. So I congratulate the organizers of this MDP who have planned such a wonderful management development program for the next 5 days. And I hope that everyone will be learning according to their expertise and they will be able to implement in their day to day life, not only working life but in the all arenas, because this is the tool which is to be used by everyone. Even if I talk about the people who are not into the industry, they are organizing their business, but also it can be utilized. Happy learning. Thank you everyone for participating in our this 5 days MDP. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am, it's
ma'am.
visible.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, just play it on the slide show mode.
Okay. Visible to everyone now. So let's. Today's session is on AI in HRM, and here we will be talking about the introduction to AI in HRM and scope of AI in HRM. Then we will be talking about your advantages of AI in HRM, challenges and limitations, AI tools across HR functions, and we'll be talking about one or two case study to tell how the companies are basically handling their HR with the help of AI tools. Then we'll be giving some examples and implementation details, and further it will be your this. So coming to the main topic of today, introduction to AI in HRM. Here we will be talking about how AI is impacting the HR basically. So when I say AI in HRM, I am saying basically how the different technologies of AI are basically used and explored in the HR functions, various type of functions here. So basically, we are automating the HR. We are enhancing the capabilities of HR. We are transforming the traditional human resource systems and the functions and replacing it by the artificial intelligence HR. So nowadays, when we are talking about AI, we are making use of your machine learning algorithms, natural language processing things, predictive analytics, and neural networks in the deep learning. So when I talk about this, it is not necessary that you should learn everything, how the machine learning algorithms are to be written, how NLP is to be done. Everything is automatically taken care of by everything is automatically taken care of by the AI. But you know how to access the AI. You should know how to access the AI. So coming to the evolution of AI in HR, it started in 1990s and it's working till date. In 1990s, basically basic automation, digitization of paper records, human resource information system started. So,
इसके बाद
मैम ये म्यूट कर देंगे आप प्लीज. मैम म्यूट कर देंगे सर. Someone is speaking. So when I talk about this, I'm from the software development field, and in 1995, when I started my career, at that time I was in the process of making the ERP, and that ERP was basically developed for an V3 Indication Instruments Private Limited, which is known as the V3 electronic equipments. You must have seen the dashboards which we are having on our cars, our two-wheelers, all the vehicles. The company used to make that particular parts. So, and when I got this particular order in 1996 to make the complete automation of the organization, we did the automation of the HR also. So at that time, what we were doing, we were basically converting the manual work which we were doing. That means selection, recruitment, but that work was automated. And in when we were talking about the automation, the work of selecting the application was done manually. Then uh, we were only feeding the data that so many applications are come and these have been selected. That was just basically a record keeping. But the major benefit of automating the function was that it can be converted into very impactful and useful reports, because I'm putting all the data in the computers and it was saved in the form of databases. So whenever I want to get the reports which were useful reports, either they are the daily reports, weekly reports, fortnightly reports, monthly reports, 6 monthly reports, or the yearly reports, it used to presentation ही है. So when we were talking about this, basically it will work like this only, ma'am. It is in presentation mode only. It was to be converted in another form. It will work like this only. Okay. So when we were talking about this, basically, we were converting and automating the systems. So more of this human resource information systems were basically getting the impactful reports, and these reports were helping us in making the decisions. So decision making became very good while we were in the era of 1990s to 2000. Although most of the companies were not automated at that time, only selected companies went for this. And when this 2010-2015 era came in India, at that time this automation increased, and some of the advanced organization which used to be technology savvy, they entered into the analytics era. That was the data driven decision and predictive models were implemented at that time, and new languages and new packages came, and SAP also came into that particular era only, and then they started using this thing. So it speeded up the little of the work. So not only it was just getting the reports, but it was also having the analysis part also. And then in 2016 to 2020, 5 years, this particular AI integrated with the chatbots. So this integration part started, and some AI tools started emerging for us. Chat GPT also emerged in that era. If I talk about the AlphaVolts and Watson Discovery, that also came in that particular era only, between 2016 to 2020. But they were the versions which were only for the trial. We were not able to implement or explore by the industries to their full capabilities. They were used, but they were not implemented in a full go. So basically, at that time, we were using these things for smart screening, personalized learning, etc. But not, but as in 2020, 2000, COVID-19 came, the things shifted from the physical working to the online working system. So when it shifted, a complete shift from physical mode went to the automated mode. At that time, these things which were made between 2016 to 2020, these chatbots, smart screening systems, your personalized systems, your different tools, online study systems, online teaching systems, everything came into the picture and the people started exploring. And the speed of automation which was seen in this duration of 2022 to 2023 was the highest. Whenever we talk about the technology revolution, we have never seen such a fast speed which was seen in this 2022 to 2023 era. Every organization, because all the industries were closed, schools were closed, colleges were closed. So at that time, but the working cannot be stopped. If the working in the organizations is stopped, then the economy of the country will go down. Although it was affected, but everyone has to keep working. So they shifted from the physical mode to the online mode, and they started exploring this AI integration, chatbots, and smart screening systems. And the people forcefully were basically uh, adopting these things, and now they become the conversant with the usage of the online platform. And as and when this COVID era got over, the people switched over to the more and more AI things. So in 2021 के बाद जो era आया हमारा 2021 to till today, that is 2025, we are making use of advanced AI, that is generative AI, advanced NLP systems, holistic HR systems. And this particular direction taught us, this particular direction of taught many of the organizations, especially the IT firms, that the work can be done from home. That means lot of expenditure can be stopped. When in 2021, Pfizer and the Dr. Reddy of India, our other pharmaceutical companies were trying to work for the COVID vaccine. They were fighting. At that time, they realized, instead of the, if you want to increase the speed, in 2018, AlphaFold came. In 2018, the AlphaFold came. In 2020, the second version of AlphaFold came. But at that time, after the COVID, only they realized that this tool is helping them in doing the research work. That means clinical trials are becoming more easy.
मैम
At
ये
that
ऐसे
time, only they came to
आवाज पता नहीं कहाँ से बंद हो गई।
at that time they came to know that every area we can implement the AI. So nowadays HR is also become integral part who is making use of the AI. So current AI adoption की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो
And your voice is not audible, but mute. And your mic is mute. Please unmute it.
now it's okay.
Yeah,
Am I
ma'am.
audible
Yes,
now?
ma'am.
Hannah? It's
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So 65% efficiency gains are reported in the recruitment process by doing so. So this is basically how we are moving on. So when I talk about the scope of AI in HRM, we are talking about the key areas where AI is making an impact. So here we are having the recruitment selection, HR analytics, performance management, employee engagement, and onboarding of the employees. That is the workforce planning, wellness of workforce planning. So if I talk about the all areas, we are making use of different AIs in employee engagement. If I talk about the recruitment and selection, my first task is to resume screening. That is candidates matching, video interviews, biasness removal. So, as I already told you when we were talking about the inauguration of the session, that nowadays, if I want my resume to be selected on any of the online platform, when we are applying, we are using some of the one or the another job portals, and from the job portals the organization is screening our resumes. So if my resume, my CV is as per the ATS, and ATS score is more than 80 to 85%, then only my resume will be selected. And if that score is not shown by the software, they will not select my resume, चाहे वो कितना भी अच्छा है, कितना भी better है, then also my resume will not be selected. So it is necessary that I should
Purvesh
build up
ma'am,
my resume in the
excuse me
ATS
ma'am.
format. हाँ जी.
Ma'am, your PPT is not visible. Visible ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Let me start. It is visible. Visible.
It's logged in from here also there also.
So we were talking about the scope of AI in HRM. So when we talk about the scope of AI in HRM, we are talking about the recruitment selection. I already told you, if I'm having an ATS friendly resume, then it will be selected. Once my resume is selected, the second process comes to be the HR screening process. There is basically we have the format that these are the questions which are to be asked at the time of the HR first round of interview. So that has been automated and put into the software, and then they do the telephonic round, and at that time no person is there behind the phone call. Every question which is asked by your AI. They are having the chat uh, bots which are basically doing this task for you. And then they ask for some, many times the companies are asking you send us the video resume. Video resume means that whatever is your depicted in the resume, it should be depicted by you in the form of a recorded video. There you will be telling about yourself. That means the question where we ask the question, tell me about yourself, that is basically recorded and sent. And then on the basis of that quality and the words which you have used, and according to that your first round is cleared. So when such type of things are taken care of by the AI, basically the biasness is removed. If I am personally sitting with some person and I am impressed, and although he is not having that much of the qualities or the factors which is required for my job, but many time I get influenced by other things and do the selection. But AI removes that particular biasness. And then I'm talking about the onboarding of the employees in my organization. When I'm doing the onboarding, there comes the induction training, then comes the different type of trainings. So for everything, we are making use of the AI. When I'm doing the workforce planning, or telling me which particular person will be doing which kind of the job, that can also be done with the help of AI tools. So we are making use of all these things when we are talking about this. Then workforce, I have to predict that how many employees I have to hire for in the coming month or the coming year, depending upon the task list which I am having. So for that, what we do the HR planning, and that HR planning is again done with the help of the HR analytics, where I am doing the workforce insights, trend analysis, predictive analytics are used, and I am planning how much manpower will be required in which particular time period, so I can shortlist the candidates and keep with me, and at the time of requirement they can be called and they can join the organization. Similarly, for doing the employee engagement, I'm making use of the sentiment analysis and personalized experiences and chatbots, which are basically preparing how the employee will be engaged in which type of the activities. Last comes the performance management, because once the person is working in the organization, annual appraisals and other things are very must basically as per the labor laws. So we have to conduct the performance appraisals. For that, performance management is to be taken care of. For nowadays, working at the end at the time of the performance appraisal is not sufficient for you. So you have to show the continuous efforts and show the continuous impact of your work on the organization. So feedback we can make use of your continuous feedback, you can make use of the AI tools. So during the performance appraisal also we are able to analyze those things. Okay. So then we come to the use of AI in the HR. Now we come to the advantages of AI in HRM. So when I talk about the advantages of AI in HRM, you must have seen the most important what I have to do, because in the previous slide I told you that 70% of the organization is going to use AI for HR functions in 2025 by the end of 2025, and 65% efficiency gains were reported in the recruitment processes in the recent years by the giants who are having lakhs, thousands, and lakhs of employees in their organization. So it has been noticed that the improved efficiency has been seen. Automates the repetitive task, it has been reduced time to hire by up to 40%. That means the efficiency of the work has increased by 40%. Biasness has reduced from 20 to 30% because the objective screening and the standardized evaluation has increased the diversity when we are talking about the employees. Because the task is being done by AI, then human efforts is reduced and the human involvement is also reduced. So cost saving is also is there, and it has reduced the hiring cost by 30%. So it has lower down the employee turnover rates. Better experience has been seen because the better employees are being taken by the help of AI, because that biasness, that uh, impact or that influence, it does not come in there. So, so it enhances the candidate journey with quick response and personalized interactions. Enhanced decisions are there. That means data-driven insights improve hiring quality, and the strategic workforce planning is basically here. And then the personalization, tailored employee experiences has increased engagement by 25%. So the improved compliance and risk management, system monitors compliance with the labor laws, identify potential issues before the organization. Everything is being taken care of the AI. So this has increased the job satisfaction among the employees, because many things which were first creating the job dissatisfaction among the employees has been taken care of by AI tools, and now they have that particular things are not happening which were creating job dissatisfaction. So job satisfaction level has increased in all the organizations. So it has been noticed some common challenges and limitations are also there when we talk about the AI in HR. So there are some ethical concerns and implementation challenges which are coming over here. The most or the major challenge which we are facing is of data privacy issue. Here, when I talk about the data privacy issue, I'm talking about the So when I'm talking about the data privacy issue, I'm talking about the collection and processing of sensitive employee data, which raises significant privacy concerns. And it has been seen that although AI is basically a tool which is keeping the privacy of your data, but somehow many things it has been seen, if it is not managed properly or it has not been taken care of properly, the leakage or the privacy may be lost. So 73% of employee express concern about AI data collection, that whether the data which it has collected is the right kind of data on which we are working. So whenever I have seen nowadays, if I talk about the students, faculty members, or if I'm basically, if I talk about the industry people also, they don't know how to write the right kind of prompt. AI is basically working on what kind of prompt you are giving to it. It will reply to you according to your prompt. That means if I want to get a type of work done, it will not come in one single command. So you have to first assign the role to the AI tool, and then assigning, you have to give the task. And while you are giving the task, you have to give all the terms and condition on the basis of which you will be looking up. So if you are giving the right kind of command to the any AI tool, it will perform in a better way. So when I talk about the data collection by the AI, if you have not mentioned what kind of data and from which resources or which sources it has to collect the data, it is there, the chances are there that 50% the data will not be accurate. So when I'm picking up the data, it is necessary that I should signify and I should tell the AI that what kind of data I require, from which sources I require, what will be my privacy concern, what will be my other type of concerns. Everything is to be told, and iterative commands are to be processed when I'm taking this particular data. So the 73% of employees who are expressing the concern about AI data collection have to understand and learn that how this particular thing can be improved. But then also this challenge will remain, although it can be reduced, but it will remain in future too. Because many times, because it's in a database, it is having more than 250 millions of databases which are included into the AI, most of the AI tools, then also uh, it needs to be updated regularly. If there is a gap in the updation and the usage, it might give you the error. So human intervention will always be there. Human mind will always be better than the AI, but human mind is better, but it has to show how the AI is to be working. Similar cases with the algorithm bias, AI systems can perpetuate or amplify the existing biasness if trained on the biased data. It has been seen that biased algorithms lead to 20 to 40% less diverse hires. So that is to be also taken care of. Third challenge is the resistance to change. HR professionals and employees may resist adopting due to fear of the job loss and disruptions. When we started with today's session, I told you that how the people are afraid of losing their jobs. So this resistance has to be changed, and the mindset of the people has to be changed. If the employees are clear cut told about that, it is not about taking the jobs, it is improving the jobs, then this resistance can be taken care of. So 45% of HR teams report resistance to AI implementation because they think that the team of 5 members which are performing this particular task will be taken care of by one AI tool. So it is necessary. The same type of resistance came when we started automating the organizations. At that time also the need came. There were a lot of hurdles, bottlenecks while implementing the ERP systems. So at that time, how it was implemented by motivating and telling the employees that what are the benefits of this for them. The same thing is required now. Now also we need to tell the employees that what are the benefits of making use of the AI and how they can simplify their work with high quality, and they can also get some time for themselves. Means the work which is to be done in 7 days can be done in 4 days if you are making use of the AI. This can help us in the working model of 5 days instead of 6 days. This can help us on the model of working of 4 days instead of 5 days, because the speed of the work will increase with that, and the efficiency is increasing, and the earning of the organization will also increase according to that. So this is the time when we need to change the mindset of the people who are creating this resistance to the change. Next is legacy system integration. When we are talking about the difficulties in integrating AI tools with the existing HR systems and the infrastructure, 63% of the companies struggle with the technical integration. And because whenever you are bringing something new, you must have tried, everyone must have tried that. There we are having only a overview in free. You know, if I talk about working in the organization, that free tokens which I am getting to work on AI tools is not sufficient, and the security is also a challenge, because if you are having a paid account, your data is secure. But if you are having a free account, your data is not up to that level secure. So when we are talking about this, then technology needs the expenditure also. So here also we have to talk about the HR systems and the infrastructure upgradation when I have to integrate the AI tools. So that has to be taken care of. Then is the high initial cost, significant investment in AI technology training and maintenance. As recently I was telling you about that, Dr. Reddy has made an collaboration with the AI organization for searching the medicine for the fibrosis and the cancer, because fibrosis get developed into tumor and tumor get developed into the cancer. So in that particular case also, basically it is we are talking about this thing. So when it is made, why it made? Because nowadays, if I talk about the cancer treatment, it is having huge expenditure on the medical treatment of the cancer, chemos, other medicines, injections. They goes into the thousands. But if they are successful and getting this particular R&D done with the help of AI, this total deal is of 1.3 billion. If we are able to get this particular successful deal and we are able to develop this particular medicine, we will be able to provide the medicine in hundreds to the sufferers of these disease. So obviously the ultimately results will go for the journal public, that means journal people. The same thing is with us. When I am talking about here also, initially the cost is high because we are making use of the technology, but slow and steady, if you see, the cost is decreasing and it is the affordable minimal cost which we can use. So 18 to 24 month average ROI timeline for AI HR systems is seen. So the high cost which is involved today meant decrease to very minimal cost in the coming years. Then next is the lack of human touch. AI may miss the nuance and the emotional intelligence in human interactions, but 52% of the candidate prefer human interaction in hiring process. And if I talk about the hiring process, human touch can be given. Means when we are talking about the final round, if initial screening is being done with the help of AI tools, at last we can make use of the human beings because they are the perfect to take the decision on that. So there are certain regulatory compliance concerns and mitigation strategies also. So if I talk about the regulatory compliance concerns, AI system must comply with the GDPR, CCPA, and other regional data protection laws. There is a risk of discrimination claims if AI leads to adverse impact on the protected groups. And rapidly evolving regulatory and landscapes, creating compliance uncertainty, etc., is also there. And if I talk in versus to regulatory compliance about the mitigation strategies, it is the regular algorithm audits, bias, testing with diverse data sets, privacy for a design approach with transparent data, using policies, hybrid AI human system that leverage strengths of the both. So basically, we are addressing these challenges, and it is very critical for us to remove the challenges, work on these limitations. Next, we come to the topics. Thank you. Next, we come to the topic. Basically, AI tools which we are making use of in the. Although here we are not having the practical session today, so we will not be using none of the tool here. But I would like to tell you about the tools which you can use when you are in the industry. These are the AI tools in recruitment, leading solution revolutionizing talent acquisition tools. First one is the higher value. When I talk about the higher value, it is already used by Unilever, Oracle, and Heritage. And it is having the key feature of video interviews, assessment games, NLP analysis. If you make use of the higher value in your organization, 7 times your recruitment process, this hiring process increases by 7 times. You can understand 7 times speed means what. Then it also eliminates the scheduling conflicts because it is automatically scheduled. It's a system. So no changes can be done, whatever has been scheduled. Consistent candidate evaluation is done by higher value without biasness. These are some of the benefits. And because if you know Unilever is having a lakhs of employees working, Oracle is having lakhs of employee. So here when I'm using this particular AI tool, it is giving tremendous results in hiring. Then is a eightfold AI. This is basically for career pathing or talent intelligence. It is being used by Capital One, Bayer, Micron. These are the industry where we are making use of these particular things. The key features of eightfold.ai is talent intelligence, skill matching, career pathing, and this gives a huge benefit to the organization because it has reduced 60% reduction in time to hire and 35% increase in recruiters' productivity. And it has improved the diversity hiring also. So these are some of the features because of which the eightfold AI is also a very good software. Then is the Textico. This is again a new AI tool which is basically very good at augmented the writing, bias detection, and the tone analysis. And because of these features, it is having some benefits. That is 25% more qualified candidates are being hired with the help of Textio. And it has reduces the gender biased language also and 23% faster time to fill the positions. It is used by Johnson & Johnson, Zillow, Twitter, etc. These are the organizations which are making use of this particular AI tool. Next is your Paradox Olivia. And this is making use of your AI chat bots. So interview scheduling, candidate screening, that can be done with the help of Paradox Olivia. It has also benefits that because 78% reduction in screening time has been done with the help of this particular AI tool. And 90% candidate satisfaction has been found, and 24/7 candidate engagement has been seen. Because of this feature, it is used by McDonald's, CVS Health, Unilever, also making use of Paradox along with the higher value software AI tool. Next is the Pimetrics. That is basically doing the gamified assessments, bias-free algorithms it is making, and soft skill analysis. These are some of the key features which this Pimetrics is having. And if I talk about the benefits, 75% reduction in recruitment cost has been seen in this AI tool. 20 to 50% increase in diversity hiring has been seen. And if I talk about the predicts job success with 83% accuracy. It is used by the JP Morgan, Chase, LinkedIn, Accenture. So these are 5 different type of AI tools which are used in the recruitments. And it has shown that 80% time saving in screening, 50% cost per hire, and 35% increase in quality of hire is being noted at a research for the organization who have used these AI tools in their organizations. So there are AI tools for onboarding also. When the people join the organization at that time also, we are having some of the AI tools which are used. So first, when we are talking about is basically your mobile first platform, that is engagement. This is the smart solution for the seamless employee integration basically. And it gives you 75% improvement in new hire experience. It reduces time to productivity by 62%, increases and retention by 33% in first 6 months. And this is being used by McDonald's, Debit, HP. Next is your Bamboo HR. That is basically a different type of portal. The satisfaction rate is very high for this. It is when I talk about the onboarding, it is talking about the self-service portal. It is having e-signatures and smart workflows. These are next is your Clear Company. This is full suite for the HR only. So when I talk about this is paperless onboarding, task automation, AI forms processing. Here also the compliance rate is 98%, 90% reduction in paperwork, processing time improves, compliance with automated workflows integrate seamlessly with the HRIS systems, and it is used by your Chick-fil-A, Goodwill, Johnson, Hopkins, and these are some of it. Next, when I talk about the next is used by YMCA is the university. It's the organization which is making use of this. So here it is 92% form completion rate before the day one. AI powered document verification, validation, specialized distribution, remote control, etc. is being taken care of. So it shows the time saved is by 85%. So if I talk about the AI onboarding technology impact, if I talk about the first time to productivity, it is 67% faster with the AI that, as compared to the traditional method. And if I talk about the administrative cost saving, paper-based se baat kare, तो it is 83% cost reduction, which has been seen. And the new hire satisfaction ki baat kare, तो it is 92% higher satisfaction by using this thing. So you can see how fast and how good basically usage of AI tools is there when we are talking about it. Similarly, we have the AI tools when we are talking in the performance management systems. We are having latest performance and engagement platform. We have 15.5. We have Culture Amp. We have Workday. There are 4 type of AI tools which are used by different type of users. If I talk about the first tool, that is my latest performance and engagement platform. It is having the feature of 360-degree feedback, goal tracking, one-on-one real-time recognition. So the main benefit of using this particular performance tool is 39% increase in employee engagement. So AI-powered insights for manager reduces review cycle time by 46%. And this particular tool is used by your Racket, Asana, Slack. These are the companies which are making use of this particular performance measurement tool. And then next AI tool which we have is a 15.5. That is continuous performance management system. Here we are having the feature of your weekly check-ins, OKR tracking, AI coaching tools, and pulse service. It is having a higher benefit of 31% improvement in goal and completion. AI-driven coaching recommendation reduces and manager preparation time by 58%. Your Credit Karma, HubSpot, Spotify, these are the organizations which are making use of this particular AI tool. These are the next-gen solutions for the employee development which we are talking about. And next is your Culture Amp, that is employee experience platform. Here we have the key feature of engagement surveys, performance reviews, predictive analytics, skill coach. And the main benefit of this particular is 90% employee participation rate. When I'm talking about the Culture Amp, this is the employee experience platform. And AI-driven insight across all teams, 25% increase in retention of the top performers. It is used by the ABIN analytics for succession planning, 42% improved in performance goal alignment. And it is being used by Netflix, Adobe, Pfizer. They're making use of this particular tool. So overall, if I talk about the AI performance management impact, it is basically hours saved per review cycle with AI assistance is 76%. If I talk about the AI performance management impact, that is employee engagement, it increase in engagement with AI-driven feedback is seen 42%. Performance improvement की बात करें, higher goal attainment with AI-powered coaching is around 53%. So this is the tools which have make a major impact on our daily day-to-day working, and this is increasing the job satisfaction among the employees. So AI is the backbone of ours. Then next we have the AI tools in employee engagement. Where if I talk about this, we have the Glint, we have the Pecan, we have Tiny Pulse, we have the employee.com. These are some of the AI tools which are used in the employee engagement. If I talk about the Glint, it is having the key feature of pulse surveys, sentiment analysis, NLP feedback processing. और इसका response rate बहुत अच्छा है, it's around 85%. जबकि Tiny Pulse का अगर बात करें तो it's 76%. And the benefit of using this Glint LinkedIn Microsoft AI tool is that it gives you the real-time insights with AI-powered analytics, 42% increase in employee retention, predictive attrition has been seen. And it is used by your Nestle, Intuit, Dropbox. These are the some of the companies which are making use of this particular AI tool. Then we are having the Pecan Workday company. Basically, this is another tool which we are making use for employee engagement. So if I talk about the key features of this tool, we are having continuous listening, benchmarking, and intelligent coaching is also there in it. This intelligent coaching basically makes that we are able to upgrade our employees also along with the other things. The benefit of using this particular AI tool is that contextual recommendation from AI. It suggests us what is the training need analysis and which particular employee should be given the training depending upon the analysis and these benchmarking which we are establishing in this particular software. 37% improvement in employee NPS scores has been seen, and automated priority action planning is being done. It is being used by your Pretty Mango, BMW, Capgemini. These are some of the branded highly used tools where we are making use of this. So similarly, if I talk about the employee.com, we are having some key features. Here, personalized recognition. These are some of the features which this particular software is having. And the adoption in platform adoption is 89%, whereas Pecan was 93%. So 89%, and the benefit of using this particular software is that predictive engagement modeling is leading to your 28% reduction in employee turnover, AI-driven workplace culture analysis. And we are making use of this AI tool at Cisco, DHL, the Home Deposit, etc. And last is the Tiny Pulse, that is the feedback specialist. When I talk about the feedback specialist, I'm talking about basically where it is taking the feedback of the employees. So anonymous feedback, virtual suggestion box, AI sentiment tracking, all these are the features which are basically embedded into this. Resolution is 76%, not that high, but HubSpot, Airbnb, Capital One are the companies which are making use of this particular AI tool today also. And the benefit of this tool is 33% increase in employee happiness scores, that is early warning systems for engagement issues, automated recognition, suggestions, etc. So these are some of the tools which are basically increased the employee engagement, and they are basically giving the training or coaching to the employees also, and they are also telling about the training need analysis for the employees and how the maximum benefit can be taken from the employee by giving them the high quality training is managed. So the impact of these AI powered employee engagement has shown that 78% increase in voluntary feedback has taken place, 41% reduction in turnover has taken place, and 3.2 times ROI on AI engagement tools has been seen. So these are some of the AI tools in the employee engagement. Then we come to the AI tools in HR analytics. So you must have worked on the Tableau. Most of the people work on the Tableau part. That is also a visual analytic platform which can be used. So we have some, first one is the Visor. That is advanced people analytics AI tool. which is basically using predictive modeling, talent flows, custom dashboards. So it's making use of benefits of the 75% faster workforce insights, AI-driven retention, risk detection 44%, and reduction in hiring cost was basically done. And this is used by the Bridgestone, EA, Cisco. These are some of the companies which are making use of this. Then if I talk about the Tableau, this is a visual analytic platform. It is having the interactive visualization, data blending, AI-powered analysis. And if I talk about the benefits of this, we are having self-service, HR analytics for everyone, 92% faster time to insight. So comprehensive diversity and inclusion tracking can be done, and it is used by the users like Coca-Cola, by LinkedIn, etc. They are making use of the Tableau. One is the software which is made by the Oracle HCM Analytics. This is again an AI tool, and it is using the AI-driven insights and pre-bug templates, scenario modeling. तो अगर हम इसकी बात करें benefits की बात करें तो this is basically embedded machine learning model, enterprise grade security and compliance, 65% more accurate HR forecasting model. It is being used by FedEx, AT&T, CVS Health, etc. are the organization which are making use of the HR analytic tools. Then we are also having some augmented analytics, guided discovery based generations, and natural language query capabilities by 53%, improved talent mobility, seamless integration with full HR suite. And here we are having some users like Netflix, Airbnb, Walmart. These are some of the users which are making use of these AI tools in HR analytics. And the benefit over here is traditional, or अगर मैं AI powered analytics की बात करूं, so we are having a very good benefit over here. Here you can see, if I talk about traditional analytics, the AI powered analytics का कितना अच्छा score ऊपर दिखाई दे रहा है, because if I talk about this, 37 times the increase has been seen. That means 80% of large enterprises will be using AI analytics tools to guide all major work. 85% improved decision making and 62% reduced bias in HR processes has been seen if we make use of the AI tools in analytics. Now we come to a small case. That means how the using of this Unilever, making use of the AI tools, some of the companies have done wonders. If you have any questions till now, please ask. Or we should move further. So I think no one is interested in asking any question. So we move to your case study number 1, that is of Unilever. As you know, Unilever is an international brand. And here we are talking about the AI-powered recruitment transformation. If you have noted that in previous slides, I told you which are the AI tools which are used by the Unilever. It is a consumer industry of consumer goods, and it is having employees around 1,48,000 plus employees are there in the organization. And in its global presence की बात करें तो in 190 countries Unilever is there, and annual application which are received for the recruitment is 1.8. है तो उसको रिक्रूटमेंट चैलेंज भी तो बहुत ही हाई हो जाता है, बढ़ जाता है. सो हियर व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट दिस, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द हाई वॉल्यूम रिक्रूटमेंट इन एफिशिएंसी. सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज बिकॉज ह्यूज वॉल्यूम इज देयर. इनकंसिस्टेंट कैंडिडेट स्क्रीनिंग, जब हमारे पास काम बहुत ज्यादा होता है, बहुत सारी एप्लीकेशंस होती हैं, तो स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसेस जो है वो भी थोड़ा सा इनएफिशिएंसी की तरफ मूव कर जाता है. तो इनकंसिस्टेंट कैंडिडेट स्क्रीनिंग, 90+ डेज एवरेज हाई टाइमलाइन. स्क्रीनिंग करने में भी टाइम लगता है, चाहे हमारे पास मैन पावर ज्यादा है, फिर भी जब स्क्रीनिंग करते हैं तो इट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ time, and limited recruiter bandwidth has been seen. So global recruitment consistency has become a challenge for the companies like Unilever. जब उन्होंने देखा कि हमारा तो रिक्रूटमेंट में इतना सारा प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, इतनी सारी एप्लीकेशंस आती हैं, उनको सिलेक्ट करना, उनको फिर शॉर्टलिस्ट करना, फिर इंटरव्यूज करना, फिर बोर्ड पे लेकर आना अपने आप में एक बहुत ही टास्क है. सो दे स्विच्ड ओवर फ्रॉम द traditional process of hiring to the AI solutions. So when they moved towards the AI solution, what they did, they started using the digital interviews. They started doing the digital interviews. उसके लिए उन्होंने क्या किया? They implemented the higher values AI video interviewing platforms. अभी पीछे मैंने आपको बताया था हायर वैल्यूज एक AI सॉल्यूशन है जिसे यूनिलीवर ऑलरेडी यूज कर रहा है. तो उसने क्या किया, जब देखा कि इतने सारे चैलेंजेस हैं, क्या करना चाहिए, तो उसने सोचा इसका सॉल्यूशन जो है वो AI है. So they did a tie-up and they took the AI solution, and for digital interviews they implemented the higher values, where they started taking the AI video interviewing platform and they started taking the interviews in such a way. That means screening process and your selecting process and then interviewing process, everything was digitalized. Then they came to the second part, that was the gamified assessments, because Pymetrics neuroscience based games to assess the traits. Because if you remember that we have the psychometric papers, so check the level of person, that means in particular situation how they will work, how the decision making will be done. So when I talk about the leadership skills, that cannot be question answer based. So that needs a simulation environment, simulated environment. So we have to give them the situation and we have to see in that particular type of situation how they will react and how they will handle that particular situation. That is known as the gamified assessment. So what they did, they took the Pymetrics neuroscience based games to assess the traits. Then again it became the digital platforms, and then they started using the recruitment chatbots. 24/7 candidate assistance and screening, the automation was done. And last, analytic dashboard is there, which is giving the real-time insights for hiring the managers. So जब हम इन सब चीजों की बात कर रहे थे, तो we are talking about the algorithmic bias detection and the correction system that improve the diversity hiring by 16%. Unilever ने जब AI solution को implement किया in the 4 different forms, that is digital interview, gamified assessment, recruitment chatbots, analytic dashboard, the results were tremendous. आप एक बार है ना इस चार्ट को देखेंगे, इस चार्ट में आप देख रहे हैं डॉटेड लाइन जा रही है. This dotted line is basically giving the candidate experience, and this blue line is giving you the time to hire. In 2020, this is the chart given from 2020 to 24, because 25 का भी इन्होंने रिलीज नहीं किया है. तो 2020 से 2024 के बीच में, मतलब 4 years का हम लोग यहाँ पे कंपेयर कर रहे हैं. In 2020, you can see that candidate experience was here somewhere 65, and now in 2024 it is 100%. It's approximately 100%. मतलब 94, 96, 95 के अप्रॉक्स होगा ये, यहाँ पर आप देखें तो इसको. So see how the increase in candidate experience is done, which is using your NPS. So आप यहाँ देख रहे हैं, this is the increment. और वहीं जहाँ हम time to hire की बात कर रहे थे, in 2020 it was 90, time was 90, and it has reduced to 90% से रिड्यूस होते होते कितना आ गया है आपका? आई थिंक 10 से भी कम हो गया है. That means around 8 to 7%. So what a drastic reduce in the time to hire has taken place. So 90% time reduction has taken place, 50% cost saving has been done, and 3.5 times candidate pool has been seen, and 16% diversity increase has taken place. So you can see in Unilever, these are the actual figures which are given by the Unilever Private Limited. So how it is performing by the use of AI. If I talk about the outcome here, you can see the key lessons. AI tool require human oversight for ethical implementation. है ना? Progressive rollout strategy proved most effective. Then continuous feedback and improvement cycles essential, and regular algorithm audits necessary to prevent the bias. So this is the complete slide which is giving you how Unilever has improved by making use of the AI solutions. And this is giving you the result percentage, which is tremendous and high. So AI has transformed our recruitment process. These are the wordings said by the Leena Nair, former CHRO of Unilever. What she says that AI has transformed our recruitment process from a time-consuming manual effort to an efficient, fair, and effective system. It helped us find the right talent faster while improving the diversity. So you can.
Good morning, ma'am. Can I ask one question?
Yeah, sure, please.
Ma'am, you have explained types of AI in HR. One is machine learning and second one is automation in AI. Can you explain the difference, basic difference between these two types?
This is basically the how the AI is making use of. If I talk about the AI, that these are basically the techniques through which I am handling my AI. Basically, machine learning is a language, है ना? It's a platform using which the AI tool is working. So अगर मुझे है ना कोई data fetch करना है, तो I'll be using the algorithms created by the help of these machine learnings.
Both are applicable in HR at the same point of time?
Yeah. Every AI tool is making use of these three things. NLP का भी यूज करता है आपका किसी भी टूल के बारे में बात करेंगे आप, every tool is making use of machine learning, your NLP. This is the must part. Because इनके बिना तो सर्चिंग पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. जितने डाटा को ये लोग सिक्योर करके निकाल के लाते हैं ना, डेटा माइनिंग जो कर रहे हैं, whenever you are making use of it, is handling a large data set. For that they require this. Artificial intelligence का तो base ही machine learning.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am. Any other question, please? We can discuss. AI का टाइम आ चुका है और इतना आ चुका है कि इस समय मतलब AI के बिना कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. अगर आप सबने अपने आप को AI पे डेवलप नहीं किया तो अगले 5 साल में वैल्यू खत्म हो जाएगी, जीरो हो जाएगी. जॉब्स की कोई कमी नहीं है मार्केट में और ना होने वाली है. जॉब्स आर देयर एंड जॉब्स विल बी देयर. द थिंग इज दैट द पर्सन हु इज हैविंग द AI skills will be preferred. इसीलिए इस समय आपने देखा होगा मार्केट में देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ वर्कशॉप्स, FDPs, lots of short-term training programs, lots of value-added courses, lots of courses on the different type of online platforms related to AI. Because in every area AI is there now, and it's necessary mandate for everyone to equip themselves with the AI. If I talk about the classroom teaching, I'm using AI. If I'm talking about the HR, I'm using AI. If I talk about the production planning, I'm making use of AI. If I am designing, I'm making use of AI. And everything can be done with the use of AI. And I'm having very powerful tools to handle all these things. I'm having the small tools to handle this individually. I'm having a common platform tools also where I'm having multiple type of platforms where I can do every type of work on the same platform also. So छोटे मेरे पास AI के बहुत सारे tools हैं जिनको मैं use कर सकती हूँ. So if you have any queries, please ask. Although we were not having any practical session today, so we were not able to do anything on practical part. But it is necessary to know the importance of AI also, no? So why AI is required to be, because our session was on HR, so why HR requires to be equipped by the AI tools? बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स का सॉल्यूशन है AI. और आजकल तो I don't know whether you are aware about that or not, AI has generated lot of work from home. People are earning huge amount by writing the books using the AI tools. People are earning lot of amount by using the AI tools for different type of tasks, different type of works. So it's how you are exploring AI and working on it. I think, ma'am, there are no questions from the participants.
Yes, ma'am, and very well said as you discussed all about AI and HR also. And it is very well known right now that it is emerging as a new avatar right now.
Yeah.
Any external participant, if anyone want to ask or they have any queries, they can raise your hand. They can switch off their cameras also. I think, ma'am, no one is having any doubt.
Okay, ma'am.
So we will start the next session at 11. Prerna, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can continue and we will start the session, I think, at 11 so that uh, we can get a time also, no?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am,
so
for
much,
such a
ma'am.
insightful session, ma'am. Diverse educational ecosystems and student development. Her experience enhances their ability to engage and inspire learners from varied backgrounds. An active researcher, Dr. Pathania has published extensively in reputed journals indexed in ABDC, UGC, and other peer-reviewed platforms. She is the author of a published book, Entrepreneur Development and Management, and has contributed chapters to scholarly edited volumes, reflecting her commitment to academic excellence and intellectual contribution. Her participation in national and international conferences further underscores her engagement with contemporary academic discourse and her impact within the scholarly community. Her interdisciplinary academic background enables her to seamlessly integrate technical expertise, business insights, enriching both her teaching and research endeavors. I request Dr. Manti Pathania Biswas to illuminate us with this session. Please, ma'am.
Thank you. That was a wonderful introduction, Ms. Prerna Jain Sharma, ma'am. And I'll carry on with my topic for the day. So before I start, like I'll be using a PowerPoint presentation for this. I just want you to help me to understand whether you can see my session or no. Are you able to see my screen?
Not yet, ma'am.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Okay,
Yes,
visible now.
ma'am.
fine.
Yes.
So the topic for today that has been given to me, AI tools and trends in people's management. So what comes to our mind when we talk about this topic, AI tools and trends in people management? Anybody? We all talk about AI these days, but there was a time when computer was just like a screen to us, where we had a, something called as a CPU, a mouse, a keyboard, and that is what the world was about computers. But today we talk about the digital era, and we are moving to a digital era where everything is going to be AI based. So my objective for this session today is introduction. I'll be taking an introduction to AI and people management. Then what are the various emerging trends in AI, which will include tools and application and recruitment. Employee engagement tools would be there. AI and performance management, learning and development, workforce planning and analytics, ethical and legal concerns, and certain case studies and practical examples we'll be looking into. So, to start with, I'll be starting with the quote by Albert Einstein. He said, education is not the learning of facts, but training of the minds to think. So, now to throw some light on this, I'll say precisely it is something like, one can be powerfully connected to AI and people management, especially in the context of developing human potential rather than simply automating the functions. Now, if I have to explain the same thing, I'll say precisely artificial intelligence is an advanced domain of computer science that replicates human functions such as reasoning, problem solving, and decision making. It also enhances operational functions like reasoning, problem solving. It also increases the efficiency by automating repetitive tasks that we are doing day to day. Our day to day activities get solved. It enables the HR professionals, the academicians, the students, everywhere throughout, okay, to improve the talent management and organizational outcomes. Also, if I talk in terms of AI, like Urvesh ma'am has also spoken about, AI is nothing but it's an advanced domain of computer science today that replicates human functions and also helps us to sort out day-to-day activities. If I talk about the next quote here, AI won't replace managers, but managers using AI will replace those who don't use it. And it's so true. So I can say here, AI is not a threat to human managers. Can someone please stop this? I think somebody's thing is on. My screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
My screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, great. So there was some disturbance in between, so I had to leave it. Okay, so I just spoke about this AI won't replace managers, but managers using AI will replace those who don't. And to elaborate more on this, I'll say that artificial intelligence, Urvesh ma'am also had given a lot of examples. She has taken certain case studies on the same. Like AI is not a threat to human, but rather it's a tool that can help us to make ourselves more efficient, make ourselves more effective to deal with the upcoming, you can say, standards that are coming up. It will help us to enhance our capabilities. Managers who embrace and leverage AI, or people who embrace AI, they will be more effective and efficient, and this AI will become a valuable tool for them. And those who ignore it will have to face the consequences. A manager who use AI to analyze employees' performance trends and predict iteration risk can be used. It will be useful for the person. Moving ahead, now let us talk about this role of AI in people management. Here, I'll be talking about two different aspects. One is the narrow AI and general AI. To explain this thing in a better way, I'll take an example of ERP that we use in our everyday life. Even we, every day when we come in the college, like we in Gita Ratan, we use a software, an application called as Enterprise Resource Planning. So here we come in, and what we do is the first thing, it recognizes our face. Initially, the concept used was punching, but then we used a face recognizing system that is for logging out and logging in. So when we come in the morning, we show our face onto the screen. It captures our details, and while going back in the evening, we again go to the screen, show our face, and that's how it's a log out for us. So now, if I ask, is AI is this a kind of AI? Anybody can help me to understand this? Where I'm talking about narrow AI and general AI. So is face recognition an AI tool? Is ERP a AI tool? Is this face recognition system that I'm talking about, is it an AI tool? Anyone? Okay, I'll help you with the answer. Yes, ERP face recognition tool is yes for checking and checkout are indeed part of artificial intelligence, which help us to understand, though it's a narrow domain. So here the chart which shows you, this has got three different things where I talk about the narrow AI trained for a specific task, where let's say I talk about recognizing my face, biometrics, or chatbots, or if I talk about resume screening, it's for a specific task that is taken care. Similarly, if I talk about the implications in people management, It helps me to understand, analyze, enhances efficiency in repetitive HR functions like CV filtering or scheduling of that. Similarly, if I move ahead, I talk about general artificial intelligence. This is a domain specific, not a task specific. All that with respect to we can talk about flexibility. It talks about more flexibility. Then coming into it's still the research is going on onto this. The research is not yet completed, but where I talk about narrow AIP, just because it's a specific task they look into. So now, further moving ahead, if I talk about what is people management, so people management here, I've taken it talks about performance management, training and development, organizational safety and wellness, compensation, compensation and benefits, recruitment and selection, engagement and retention. So, what is people management? I'll just help you to understand this particular aspect. Yeah, we'll talk about. So, if I say in terms of HRM, it refers to various different procedures, handling and developing that are going on in an organization with reference to recruiting people. Where specifically, if I talk about, I'll be talking about planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. So, coming to the first feature here, or the first aspect here of people management planning. So planning is nothing but it's more like how you plan things, where it can be with respect to manpower planning, it can be resource planning, it can be in terms of hiring, what will be the schedule for hiring the resources, what sort of resources required, then what are the designated positions which we need to hire, what are the kind of employees we need, what would be the cost per hiring, and then employment engagement, and what will be the different policies and procedures that will be used. All this will be a part of planning. So manpower planning and budget associated with this. Hello. No problem. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes,
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 ma'am.
ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you're
Yes,
audible.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. There's no information coming, so I'm just wondering what is it. So here, if I talk about manpower planning and budget associated with it, it is the first and foremost responsibility of any people management or human resource management in any organization. That organization, even if it's an educational institution like this, or it's a big CMM 5 level organization, or if I even talk about a CMM 1 level organization, that is capability maturity model. And no matter we talk in terms of educational institutions which are accredited based on NAC, so even if it is A grade, B grade, everybody has to look into people's management. So here, the most important aspect here, planning, which focuses on manpower planning, resource planning, hiring, scheduling, all of this has to be planned well in advance to make it more feasible, flexible, efficient, and effective. Further, the second aspect here is organizing. Now, what comes to our mind when we talk about organizing? What we need to organize when we talk about people's management? Here, if I talk in terms of organizing, now organizing would be what kind of people we call for interviews. We get a stack of CVs, we get a stack of resumes from the participants or the attendees who want to attend or come and give an interview. But here, if I talk about resume screening or passing, shortlisting is the first, and so we have to organize this particular thing. Organizing would be classifying of various different activities in terms of different employees, what positions have they applied for, whether it's for an administrative job, whether it's for a financial job, whether it's for a R&D job, what sort of job are they looking for. So the resume need to be screened properly. Then what would be the duties assigned, who will be looking after them. All this thing is a part of organizing. What will be the team, what inclusion will take place, authorizing of skills and more will be a part of organizing again. Further moving ahead, staffing. I'll talk about this particular aspect now. Now, staffing includes the process starting from interviewing the candidate, interviewing the right candidate for the right job, for the right designation, for the right position. Okay, interviewing the candidate to successfully onboarding the candidate. There will be different rounds of interviews that would be going if I talk in terms of the aspect staffing. So here, this involves recruitment, recruitment of the employee, then that is with respect to selection. So for selecting it, then recruiting the employee for the right job, for the right position, then training the employee for the right job again. So training and development would be again a part of staffing. Further moving ahead, if recruitment is there, the employee is there in the organization, the very important aspect would be keeping a look on the employee in terms of the talent of the employee. The talent here, I talk in terms of how the employee is there in the organization, how long the employee is there in the organization, what are the various different qualities of the employee. So basically, promotion. So if I talk in terms of promotion, promotion will be there, appraisal would be there. So all these things, instead of you doing it once a year manually, all this aspects should be automatically taken into consideration. So again, this is a part of staffing, and a sub part of staffing would be talent management. Moving ahead, directing. Directing would be here denoting the orientation of a newly joined employee. So directing the employee, newly joined employees. The entire onboard procedures would be there in this particular aspect. That is directing. So initial was the talent management, so staffing the employee, then talent management. Moving ahead is directing, which talks about it denotes, I said, orientation of the newly joined employee. So orientation, again for this, there are various different trainings that take place. So it can be a training of one particular day where all the employees who have been recruited, who have been staffed, they have been called together. So this can again be an online, or a AI tool would be doing it for them. So orientation would be basically describing, helping the employee, a newly joined employee, to understand what the procedures are of an organization, what the policies are, what is the mission, what is the vision, what are the goals, what at your position is your responsibility towards the organization. So here, the entire onboard procedures are there, and directing the candidate towards achievement of these goals, work culture, etiquettes that are to be followed by every employee that is joined. This is also helping the employee, which is applicable for both new and persisting employees, for directing them to maintain, to understand, okay, a healthy and a productive work environment, work procedure. Under this direction, we also come across certain different aspects that are supervision, then communication, also moving ahead. It also includes leadership, encouraging the employees, to be, so where you talk about the hierarchy of the organization, which is a triangular structure where we have the lower level of management, the middle level of management, the top level of management. Again, here the communication takes place in the top down and the bottom up approach. Okay, so helping the candidate to understand all this thing, under whose guidance, under whose supervision they are. So this would be there as a part of directing. The next aspect here in the screen that you can see is aspect number 5. It is controlling. Controlling here talks about various under this, like, and it includes activities like setting up standards for performances, then measuring what is the actual performance of the employee. Setting up standards, you set a standard that you have in this entire, or you giving up the targets to an employee. Those targets have to be looked after. They have to be supervised by some tool, something. It can either be done manually, but we are not talking about anything manual here. We're talking about AI tools and trends. So we have to learn certain tools and trends where these aspects can be supervised, and at the end, when the, or instead of having once a year talent management or a promotion kind of activity or an appraisal kind of activity, it can be done in sessions throughout the year. The employee can be looked after. So you're measuring the actual performance of the employee every now and then finding out, in case if there is deviation, a certain standard was given to the employee and the employee was not able to look after that standard. So finding out what is the deviation between the standard and the actual performance, and if there is a lack in that particular actual performance. What is that because of? Is the employee looking, should be given some training where whatever is the standard setup can be further looked after by giving them certain trainings. Then initiating the corrective actions. Certain plans can be given why the employee is deviating from that particular standard which has been set up. So again, this can be a part of your controlling. Further moving, the sixth aspect, coordinating. Here it denotes coordinating with the employee regarding the documentation which is essential as per the organization policies. Documentation involves giving identity proofs. It can be any proof from the employee side. Then the joining documents can be there, payroll, all this thing can be done to check whether the employee is having the right kind of credentials. So isn't this can be a part of coordinating. Then if the employee is leaving, then the exit documents. So instead of somebody doing it manually, everything should be automated. This will save the time, and that same time can be utilized in some other way. Moving ahead, the next part is reporting. It denotes reporting the people management. People management here in terms of what was the standard given, where are they, and how are they improving? The what are the and what is the scope? What are the areas of improvement? How can they improve ahead? Employee performance, organizational growth, diversions, statistic reports, all these things come under the reporting part. And finally comes the budgeting, where budgeting involves, it denotes planning and recruitment, cost per hiring as per the requirements of the organization, and also what would be the hiring cost in case if we am the very first aspect here I talk about. I spoke about something called as, you're planning the hiring, what kind of employees are required. So here this will also include the hiring cost, the actual cost incurred during the goal accomplishment versus the actual accomplishment. Apart from this, the budget for guiding the guidelines, certain guidelines that were given. And further moving, strategic alignment with organizational goals. Were the goals that were set up by the organization, are you able to face up those goals? And then comes the employee life cycle. The employee, let's say employee is 1 year old in the organization, 8 years old in the organization. What is the achievement done to the employee? Now coming to the actual part of people management. People management here, as per the definition that you can see on the screen, it includes recruiting, developing, retaining employees effectively and efficiently. In today's dynamic world, where HR is shifting towards administrative to strategic responsibilities, this is the most important thing where we talk about everything getting automated. AI also enhances decision making, streamlining HR functions, and personalize every employee's experiences. So what is the need? Why we should move to AI? What is the role of AI? Why people are moving towards AI? Here, I've put some things, but to answer this particular question, why AI is there in people management, what is the role? So if I talk about one aspect here, recruitment and talent acquisition. Recruitment and talent acquisition is very important. AI powered tools are there that are creating a lot of revolution. A lot of revolution is there because of them. Your automated resume screening happens. The whatever the resumes are there from the various different attendees, the resumes get screened automatically. Predictive analysis is done. Chatbots are there. Virtual assistance is there, which will help the person who has sent their CVs to understand what this organization is all about, whether which position to be applied for, are they eligible, they are not eligible, based on certain keywords, certain aspects. The person who is applying will be able to understand whether they are suitable for this position or not suitable for this position. We have certain can say applications like LinkedIn is there, or let's talk about ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, let's say I talk about, let's say I'm looking for a job, or I'm looking for making my resume. I want to make a resume. I have certain experience. Okay, I have an experience of, let's say, 8 years or 5 years. I give my experience, I give my skills, and ask the ChatGPT to make a CV for me. It is very much possible based on what inputs I have given to this. This is again one very important aspect of AI in people management. So here in the screen that you can see data-driven insights, AI help process vast HR data for better decisions. Similarly, AI, HR this particular function can help HR to understand which, with respect to the tool which is called as automated resume screening. The resumes, they give certain keywords, and with the help of this, they'll be able to get only those CVs which are required, which are essential. Then real-time responses, for example, AI enables instant interaction with employees, example through chatbots. So depending upon what the queries are, what the concerns are, AI will be helping the prospective employees to understand what the job is, what would be their role, are they eligible, are they not eligible, and accordingly they can assign, they can apply for the position. This is a real-time response. So on the spot, they'll be getting responses based on this. Promoting diversity. Here, bias detection and mitigation. So biasness would be when, uh, let's say I talk about manual work can be biased. So bias detection and mitigation will be avoided. So AI can identify and mitigate biasness in recruitment, performance and evaluation and promotions. Also promotions I'm talking here. So here based on employees' performance, the promotion will take place. So everything will be there stored in the tool or the application that you're using, and through that application whatever trainings you have taken, whatever performance is there, each and everything will be taken into consideration when the performance management or the promotion or the appraisal would take place based for that respective employee. Then we have one particular concept that is called as diverse talent pipeline. AI will help create diverse talent pipelines by outreaching or reaching out to underrepresented groups or underrepresented employees. Underrepresented here would be people who are not showing, or they are worthy of doing something but they're not doing, their performance is underperformed, and that is where the organization is getting hampered. So even these people can be, taken, can be brought into consideration, where right kind of steps can be taken for them. Then integration with other business systems. Let's say I talk about ERP, that is enterprise resource planning, or I talk in terms of customer relationship management integration. So here, seamless interaction with enterprise resource planning and customer relationship management will help the proper streaming, will help the system to properly get streamlined and improve the data accuracy. So here, if the very first journey based on behavioral needs. Then also, this last point I'll talk about data privacy. So ethical AI practices and data privacy regulations. So here, if I talk about organization will adopt to ethical AI practices and also ensure transparency and fairness in AI used applications. And if I talk about data privacy, like data privacy in terms of compliance, that can also be taken into consideration for office optimization processes. So this was in terms of AI trends in people management. Now, let me check or ask you certain questions if possible.
Manju ma'am, there is one question. Hello, I'm audible. Hello, Manju ma'am, I'm audible.
I think I'm back again. Yeah, there was again a glitch for some time. Okay, so
Manju
now,
ma'am.
yeah, so I'll just be putting some questions forward. My questions would be based on till now, whatever you have seen, whatever I've spoken about, my questions would be based on that. So anybody can answer, even the teachers here. How you think AI is transforming the recruitment process? Anybody can answer. So whatever I've spoken till now, where I've spoken about, planning, organizing, coordinating, controlling, reporting, budgeting. So how you think is AI transforming the recruitment process? Anyone? Any participants?
Yes, ma'am, it is transforming the whole process actually, because
Mhm.
as I know, the HRs currently what they are doing, they are collecting the CVs, in fact, and they are uploading the same on their
Mhm.
AI platforms, and
Yes,
then AI
absolutely.
do the next work. They they scrutinize the applications, they match it, they map it with the requirement of the organization, and they select the suitable ones only. And then further procedure will go through AI only. So the work of HR is, very lessened with the use of AI
Yeah, so this
nowadays.
is a virtual assistant that is the AI is giving to the HR or the people's management team,
Yes, yes, yes,
right?
exactly.
Okay, and I would also say one more thing, like organizations must adopt ethical AI practices, and which will help them to ensure transparency and fairness. Okay, so most of the no matter it's an educational organization, it's a CMM 5 level organization, 1 level organization, or even a startup, a normal startup. Okay, so organization must look forward to adopting AI practices, ensure which because this ensures transparency in the system. There'll be a lot of transparency in the system. There'll be a lot of fairness, and it will help to regulate, regularize data privacy, and help the employees to keep their data secure and safe. Moving ahead, this is one more thing that I want to talk about. So I spoke about all these aspects: learning and development, recruitment, performance management, employee growth, decision making. Now, how they were used. So modernizing people management with this particular chart that you can see here. This is what it talks about. Now, talking about the first aspect here, learning and development. The most initially we were using it was only focusing on delivering a strategic knowledge. But now, if I talk about a AI powered tool or AI powered or a mind-centric approach, AI adopts to various different learning styles, promotes active learning, critical thinking through intelligent tutoring system. So we have come across n number of different tools or AI tools that we saw. Each one has a different importance which is there throughout the organization. Then further, next aspect is recruitment based on rigid resumes and qualification that was happening with the traditional approach. But now, if I compare it with the AI approach, AI access the soft skills of an employee, learning and problem solving mindset using video and gamified assessment. So the assessment type is changed. It looks into a different aspect altogether where the employees are or they want to screen the resume, they want to look whether to hire them, not to hire them. A different aspect is there altogether. Similarly, if I talk about performance management, annual review based on past data. So performance management, initially a traditional approach for this was annual review was based on the past data, the what is the past data, what the person has done, or whether has reached whatever targets were given or not given. But now, if I talk about real-time feedback takes place in terms of a AI system. Real-time feedback is there. If the standards are matched, if they are able to match the standards, fine. If they're not able to, you will be able to see it there and then. So AI gives real time feedback, encouraging self reflection and continuous improvement. This is what the AI tools, the trends are giving. I talk about employee growth here, this respective aspect. One size fits all career paths. Now, but if I talk in terms of your AI powered thing, personalized career mapping using AI helps individuals think about their future intentionally. Then decision making, centralized and top down approach. It was centralized approach, top down approach, where things were not in the employee's hand, but whatever were things decided by the top down approach, that is what was followed in a traditional approach. But if I talk in terms of your AI approach, AI powered tools, AI democrats data access, allows employees to make informed decision as and when required. So as and when required, they are able to take decision, right decisions. If they are supposed to take some training, they'll be given this kind of need would come, and they'll be able to take that training accordingly. Now, benefits of AI in people's management, talent acquisition. Here you can see the chart. So in case of talent acquisition, automate resume screening. I've also mentioned the AI tool here. What tool can be used? So there are three columns that you can see. Talent acquisition. If I talk about this particular skill, automatic resume screening, then soft skills assessment reduces biasness. The tool that can be used here would be HireView, Primitics, Zoho Recruit. All these tools can be useful. If I talk about the skill called as learning and development, which will be useful in personalized learning paths and adaptive content delivery, real-time feedback you need, the tool that can be used would be Coursera for Business Edcast. Then performance management, that is, you need the continuous feedback, you need the continuous improvement, real-time feedback you need, so that the continuous improvement can be done there, and then training can be given to you. Your goal should be reaching whatever actual standards have been set. You should be able to reach those or fulfill those standards. So for these kind of things, a tool called as Letize or Cultural Amp can be used. Further moving, I talk about employee engagement in certain things, like for example, giving surveys, burnout detections. You don't need to send notices anymore. This tool will be helpful in sending or understanding. So sentiment analysis for survey, burnout detections, engagement trends, insights, like tools like Glint or Qualtrics can be helpful. Workforce planning can be done through predictive analytics for iteration. So in case there are there are chances that succession or resortions may take place, tools are there, Visa and Workday, which will help you to analyze or understand these kind of things. I talk about HR operations, which run 24 by 7. Chatbots is one thing for policy queries, queries regarding the organization, queries regarding the goals, queries, guys, what is the requirement, skills, require onboard automation. Leela AI and Dropin Box is one tool that can be useful. Moving ahead, decision making and DEI. So your fair evaluation, then reduce the biasness, transparent promotion should be there, appraisal progress should be there, no biasness should be there. A tool like IBM Watson, IBM is using this particular tool. SAC success factors are being used by these organizations. And finally, AI plus human research. So we are somewhere going to end the session soon now. AI support HR by automating administrative and analytical tasks. HR professionals can focus more on strategies, empathies, and innovations. Further example, AI shortlist candidates, but final selection includes human interviews. The goal of augmentation, not replacement of AI capabilities. And final challenges of adopting AI tools in people management would be data biasness and ethical concerns. Biasness training data. If I talk in terms of privacy and trust issues, employee may feel uncomfortable with continuous monitoring or data collection affecting trust. So these are some of the challenges that can be there. Challenges like I spoke about biasness and ethical concerns can be there. People may not be willing to give their data to the system. They may feel that there can it's back. So if I talk about challenges now, not everybody is ready to accept AI. What are the challenges AI is facing in people management? Data biasness, ethical concerns are there. So people think like whether will it be fair to give data? What will be the outcomes? What will be the hiring outcomes? What will be the evaluation? Will the promotion be given to the right person at the right time? Will they be given? Will it be a fair means of evaluation? That is one concern. That is one challenge in terms of AI. If I talk about privacy and trust issues can be there. Employees may feel uncomfortable with continuous monitoring of data. There can be a concern. Continuous monitoring is the employee may feel, what is the reason? But if I talk in terms of challenge, again, this is a big challenge. Data collection, because every time there is the employee is not found to be in the right standard, or the actual performance of the employee is not seen, the data collection is done again and again, affecting trust and engagement. So this is one more challenge I can talk about. Loss of human judgment, over dependence on AI. This is a funny concept I can talk about. Over dependence of AI can weaken critical human element like empathy, intuition, and contextual understanding. But if I talk in terms of general AI, initially, my second or third slide when I spoke about two aspects of AI: a narrow AI and general AI. So general AI is still working on this. So where there will be an AI which will be able to understand concepts like empathy, intuition, emotional intelligence, I can talk about. It is working. So this particular feature is still working on. It is not yet completely there in the market, but what we have at present is only the narrow AI, which is a task-based AI. But if I talk about a domain-independent AI, like something like a robot which is working on the system, you give him the input and it's working on a system, it's also cooking a meal, it's also working on the IoT things, that is the internet of things. It is working on those concepts, it's taking an interview, it's doing the normal course also of which a person can do, or which let's say we are teachers, which a normal teacher can do. So we are doing administrative tasks, we are doing even the tasks which are there meant for your teaching, going and teaching different subject in different class, not so that is what I'm talking about here. So over dependence of AI can weaken critical human element like empathy, intuition, and contextual understanding. But to answer this question of yours, I will tell you about that general AI is coming up with certain AI tools in future. So let's say we talk about another 5 years, 7 years down the lane, this particular feature will be implemented. Technical and integration barriers. So difficulty in integrating AI with existing HR system and processes can delay implementation and reduce effectiveness. So not every organization today is using AI. Technical integration, because they are so much used to working in manual processes, like adapting to an automatic system will take them time. First of all, adapting is a different thing. They have to learn the system, they have to understand the system. Even a small mistake, let's say a small mistake by giving an input may hamper the entire system. If you're supposed to enter a specific word, but instead of that specific word, even if that's a small mistake, the system should be capable enough to understand what the word is. Otherwise, it will hamper the entire organization, it will hamper the entire system. Moving ahead, if I talk about the challenge that has been faced by the AI tools in people management, it is change management and skill readiness. So successful adoption requires upskilling HR teams. Like I just discussed, we have to upskill the HR team. We have to upskill people management team. Upskill is that is giving them the right kind of training. Successful adoption requires upskilling HR teams and managing cultural resistance among employees and managers. Everybody has to say yes to learning this. Not many organizations, but yeah, organization. If you want to be in the market, you have to be there. You have to learn it. Like for example, I initially said it is not a threat to human managers, but rather than if you learn the tool, that will be a great capability. That will be a great enhancement. Okay, if you and it will be a great kind of achievement if you learn AI. It will not be a challenge anymore then. And further future skills for HI professional would be data literacy, ability to interpret dashboards and AI generated insights, AI ethics, understanding ethical implications and algorithm decisions. Strategic thinking can be aligning AI tools with business goals. So data literacy is required, AI ethics are required, then strategic thinking, design thinking, tech fluency. Now, to answer these questions, the first one is data literacy, ability to interpret dashboard and AI generated insights. So I guess all of us would be using ChatGPT. So initially, when we start using ChatGPT, or for that case, let's say I'll talk about even Canva. Many people today they use Canva for making PowerPoint presentations. You can choose the design, you can give certain inputs. Based on your inputs, based on your keywords, based on the title that you want to give, it is helping you to make a PPT. Similarly, let's say initially I had decided I want to make a CV. I have got certain keywords. I've given the experience. I said I want to apply for so and so position, and I want you to make me a professional CV. So data literacy required. You have to have the literacy of that respective tool, that respective AI that you're using, the tool and the trend that you're going to follow. That is important. So it's a challenge for the HR, I understand, but unless you understand that, it's not going to work. AI ethics, understanding ethical implications of algorithm decision. So ethical implications, like how it would work in one particular situation, will it be working in this way? So if it is a plan A is working in a plan A, but if the plan A doesn't work, do you know how the plan B will be working? So AI ethics are there. So understanding ethical implications of algorithm decision. So if plan A is not working, how will the plan B work, or what way do I make the plan B work? That is what is AI ethics. Then your strategic thinking would be aligning AI tools with business goals. So whatever are the business goals, it will differ from organization to organization. It will differ from one organization to another organization. So strategic thinking is required. So depending upon your organization, you have to make it. You have to learn it. So AI tools with respect to goals, then design thinking, crafting human-centric employee experience. And finally, tech fluency, you have to be comfortable with platforms and automatic systems. You have to know how to use it. The right kind of training has to be given with respect to this. And finally, I give my conclusion. AI is not replacing HR, it is improving it, it is augmenting it. Responsible and ethical adoption is key to sustainable success. Human touch remains vital, but AI enhances but does not replace it. So, in case if you want to be in the system, you have to move along with the system and be in the digital era. The future of people management is AI enabled and people driven. HR professional must involve with tools and deal digital transformations. And that's all from my side. Thank you.
In segmentation, performance incentive compensation, and reporting, a trusted advisor to Fortune 500 clients. He is known for delivering actionable insights and measurable business improvements. He brings along a collaborative leadership style, strong analytical acumen, and a passion for mentoring teams to achieve excellence in dynamic and evolving business environments. So I request Dr. Shivam Srivastava to offer his profound perspective in global AI applications in HR and enlighten us with this session. Please, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, ma'am, for a nice introduction. And, as she said, I am close to almost 19 and a half years experience in the life sciences industry. And last 3 years working in the generative AI and last almost 10 years into field of artificial intelligence and machine learning. We're going to talk about, the trends in HR, what is happening in the HR industry, how the organizations are kind of using artificial intelligence and now the generative AI to kind of streamline the processes and improve the employee onboarding experiences, entirely revamp their hiring process, how the bots can now take the interview in place of humans and cut down on the costs. So unfortunately, I will not be able to share the slides because the pack is on my other machine, but I will cover the topics and if possible later on, I will share the content with Kanaka ma'am. So I will cover a few topics like AI trends in human resource and what are the different AI application right from the recruitment, hiring, onboarding and training, how we engage employees, engagement, with various needs, how to gauge the pulse, predict any kind of, issues that, employees are facing and any potential risk candidates you can identify. Lot of, administrative tasks are with HR, taking feedbacks, conducting any programs, taking pulse of that. There are other means also, right, in the terms of like policy adherence, etc. They are responsible for answering any questions. So probably how that administrative part also can be offloaded via machines. And then how generative AI is impacting the HR, etc. And then how it is going to change the future workforce. I had two demo videos also, but with the content not being on this machine, I will not be able to play. But I will briefly talk what my organization has done using generative AI, how we are using into our hiring process. So that these are the topics that I am going to cover. Trends in HR. So around 45% of the organizations currently are using AI in their various means, right, in their HR functions, and 38% are planning. This is the latest data. So the organizations which are still kind of thinking now, they are running behind to get the AI implemented, because this brings processes on par with their competitor set, right? You save lot of cost. It also changes your entire employee experience and the persona as well. The recruitment industry, like us, we screen lot of resumes. Almost my team of close to say 300 people have to screen almost 400 resumes in a week, and we need to interview them. So this process is kind of streamlined now using AI models. We feed in the job descriptions, right? We pass on different criterias, keywords. Then we kind of generate a score of say CVs on the matching indexes of the say job description, based on like there are multiple tracks that we need to hire, right? It could be like ML ops, it could be generative AI, it could be machine learning, it could be analytics, or say dashboard reporting, BI, etc. So on those parameters, we kind of give a richness score to a CV, and basis on that score, we decide that this CV is opt for a particular job type, and we take a call that this guy needs to be interviewed. So these are like a few applications. Then workforce planning, 80% of the organizations are expected to use AI for workforce planning, right, in the various forms. And 70% of the employees anticipate AI career development. So in our organization also, the job change or the say promotions happen via job movement, right? And how one person is assessed, we have internally developed an application called GrowBot. So GrowBot will interview the candidate. It's not a human, it's a say application where you pass on the resume. It will interview the candidate basis on their resume. It will ask all follow-up sort of questions, right? And when on the spot, if the candidate is asking answering something, it will build question on top of that. By listening that content, it will reframe this these set of questions, and on that it will generate a summary out of that interview that can be reviewed by human to take a call whether that candidate is suitable for a particular role or not. So this is something on the workforce AI career development. It will also suggest the say the employees what sort of trainings this person has to go, because there is some skill set gap that is being identified. On the retention and engagement programs, AI helps drive to understand employee sentiments, what they're feeling about, say, policies, procedures, and kind of say the initiatives, what is their say feedback about organization say policies and initiatives, right? Generative AI powered assistant could be like virtual bots, etc. They help a lot in terms of like employee onboarding, because once somebody new joins an organization, they have to go through the n number of documentations, policies, set of trainings to be compliant with the compliance policies. All that is very difficult to find at one place. So the AI bots where entire data has been fed in as a knowledge bank. It could be the internal policies, set of FAQs, set of system say challenges which are being identified earlier. Now pattern as the questions like this is what I have to do as a next step for my onboarding, right? These are the trainings where I can find out the system. All that has been simplified via one application. So these are like certain AI-driven, say, applications trends that we see in the industry. Some of the leading tools that we see in the market, there is a hard score AI by organization named Fetcher. What it does uses AI to find the right candidates, checking their resumes. As I said, they will scroll through the resume. They will not look at only the skill set keywords. They will look at even the projects, descriptions, roles, and responsibilities. Basis on that, even the tech stack that's been used in the particular project to execute or to deliver, whether that candidate has used those techniques in actual project experience or he has just mentioned in the skill set section. Basis on that, it will generate summary. So the similar tool we have developed in-house within the Cognizant called Growbot. Then there is a Tolmudo application, AI-powered onboarding platform, which I was talking earlier. It helps simplifying all the onboarding challenges that one encounters in any organization. People scramble in the big organization where to how to reach ID, how to get the laptops, how to get the system softwares installed, how I can get the compliance learning courses, right? Where I can find out the employee benefits schemes, insurance, do's and don'ts, workforce policies, say dress code policies, etc. So all that can be simplified by one application. There are many other things like IFI, Lingo, then 8-fold AI. So multiple tools are there in the market, but many organizations are developing their own in-house systems rather than taking third-party tools like us. So any questions till now? If no questions, I will move further.
We are not able
So
to see. Hello? We are not
yeah,
able to see the PPT. PPT we are not able to
Kanika
see.
ma'am, Kanika ma'am, I told you in the beginning that the content
Okay.
and material was there in my laptop, office laptop.
Okay.
I joined this meeting via my personal laptop, so that's why
Okay. Okay.
I'm not able because the material is not here. I will
Uh,
try to see if I can take out that material and pass on that too.
okay.
So
Okay. Thank you.
uh, maybe I will see how I can share that material, right? So we were talking about different applications. Like we'll go deeper into each and every topic, like within the recruitment and hiring, how streamlines, how AI is helping screening the resumes, candidate sourcing, interview scheduling, etc. So we'll cover that. So it goes to the multiple step like automated resume screening. So AI powered tool will quickly analyze the resumes. It will basically do a candidate. You have a job description, right? It details out the experience level. It details out the kind of profile you're looking, the qualification, the skill set, right? The kind of experience of the projects one person has done. And then it will go to the CV. So basically you have a set of job description, which is your single point of truth. You will do a matching with the CV. Then you will create a richness score that this particular CV has a richness score of 78%, 82% basis on the content within the CV. And that's how you will define a criteria. If the matching index is more than 75%, we will kind of go to interview this candidate for a particular job role. That's what we were looking for. AI can assess historical hiring data to predict candidates are most likely to succeed in a role, right? So basis on if you feed in the last, say, some good amount of data, what kind of CVs have actually got through the interview and they've been selected, they are working. If that data is there, the AI model will predict that this particular CV will have a high chances of getting selected for a particular job role, which we have defined. So this is the second aspect. Chatbots for candidate engagements, where the chatbots are taking right from the candidate inquiries. Even when in the Cognizant, the first round of initial screening is done by bots. So one candidate applies for a job within the Cognizant, AI bot takes certain information like your total experience, your qualification, your notice period, your current salary, your expected salary, all those basic checks, which are initially done by the first level cut by HR, is now done by a bot. So the bot create a summary out of this initial screening, which is then taken consumed by the TAG team to take a call whether this candidate fits in our salary band with required experience set level, right? The candidate that we are looking for. If not, then probably they can take a call that we can escape because the candidate has a very high expectation of the salary, though other components are matching. But the salary expectation is way too high, which is not manageable. Reduces the bias in always the human might have a bias, right, in terms of resume screening, while the model driven say approach can reduce your bias in the resume screening. AI also helps in if I simply use Copilot, right? I type that I am looking for a experienced professor to teach strategic management who brings 15 years of experience and who has prior experience of working with the top business schools. It will create a job description in just like fraction of seconds, right? Similarly, we also leverage Copilot to create job descriptions, detail out with the keywords that hey, we are looking for somebody with a cloud experience, proficient in Python, having a statistical background, well versed with statistical techniques, etc., and then brings 8 to 10 years of experience in the industry, right? It will create a job description on the fly. So rather than people sitting and writing job description over hours, it can quickly create, and if the human is required to tweak that, they can quickly tweak it and take it forward. So that is how it is helping. Interview bot, as I said, many organizations are using it. Tolmodo, I talked about one company, they have application. Our internal cognizant application is a grow bot, which takes initial round of interview. It will ask all follow-up sort of questions right from the introduction. Once the candidate's answers, it will ask follow-up questions. It will take down keywords again, rephrase the question. So basically, the questions are getting formulated on instant. It's not like we have set defined questions. It will ask only those set of questions. So if the candidate says that, hey, I have worked on this particular topic, it will start asking questions on that topic to assess the deepness of knowledge on that particular, say, experience area or the project. Once the interview is conducted, it will generate a summary out of that, which can be reviewed by human. So this is on the topic of recruitment and hiring, the application of AI. Any questions in this? Else I will move to the next topic. Okay, so let me move to onboarding and training. So basically, once candidates onboarding is done, so they have to go through a lot many documentations. What organizations are doing, rather than people coming and joining, then they 1 week spending all those in onboarding formalities. They are creating applications which are kind of capturing the data. Then there is an AI also inbuilt, capturing the information to help candidate in onboarding, addressing their questions, etc. So they take all sort of documents which are required for going through the background verification and etc. Any questions that come in between, they will answer. Once the employee turns up in the organization, depending upon the role that they are hired, the organization has a defined a learning path, and on that learning path they have set of trainings to go. It will kind of already automatically assign that candidate, these are the set of trainings which are applicable for your role, the job that's been you have been hired for to perform. You are required to go through those set of trainings, right? Then instant answers to new hire questions. I think I was earlier talking. So basically you feed in all the policies, procedures, SOPs of your organization to help candidates, right, to quickly ask questions rather than they changing people POCs, admin, HR to get those answers. Right. Adaptive training modules like analyze employee progress. So suppose the employee is at a mid experience, he is not a beginner level. You will assign some complex advanced trainings rather than the beginner level trainings to that candidate. The model takes care of that. It's not the human that deciding. So model will take care that this employee experience lies at a mid level. Now let me assign some complex training to take him to the advanced level. Virtual mentorship, AI-driven platforms connect employees with the relevant mentorship program, like skills, interest areas to kind of take up the next job roles. So that was the second topic on the onboarding and the training part of AI applications. Third is employee engagement and retention, the very crucial part of talent management within any organization, right? How you can personalize the experience of an employee. The gone are the days where you have uniform set of policies applied. People are looking for more, say personalized experience. So basically, uh, based on the employee behavior, their persona, how can you address their needs, right? This can be very well addressed by AI to understand the employee behavior and address their concerns appropriately. Uh, for any kind of support, say with regards to insurance, payroll, policies, any other say system you can think of within the support system of any organization, right? Finance, travel, etc. The AI driven chatbots are helping employees to quickly answer any questions, whether I am applicable for a particular flight travel or say train ticket, etc., depending upon my grade or something, right? So the model will take care, answering all those sort of questions rather than there is a dedicated team which kind of addresses those first set of questions, right? Real-time employee feedback. So basically, think of a training or say program is conducted. How we can quickly capture, say, feedback or sentiment, right? The AI models can address that a need basically to capture the sentiments and feedback of those employees. Intelligent performance driven system. Many are of customers also reaching out how we can revamp the performance management process using AI, right? How can I infuse AI in our performance management rather than completely rely on the old legacy performance management system where the manager is taking all those inputs and putting the ratings, right? So basically, it offers continuous feedback, help employees staying aligned to their say goals, targets, their learning curves, etc. The last most piece of it, engagement part is the retention. How we can predict the churn well in advance and address that concern so that the possible attrition case could be your employee for the future, right? uh, in this industry of AI and in other organization also, IT, almost the attrition rate is close to 25 to 30%. This is kind of worrisome for some of the say organizations. So basically, how this can be addressed. So the model kind of predicts based on the employee persona, their say behavior, their other say inputs to predict basically how say employee can be retained. The other topic that I have is how generative AI can be. AI is what basically it kind of does something where you already feed in the data. With the generative AI is kind of it generates content on its own because the large language models have been trained on the billions of parameters, right? So basically, automated content creation and AI-powered chatbots, performance management, recruitment onboarding, and learning and development are the areas where we are using Gen AI. content creation like job description, policies creation, something like that. You're creating an event, organizing an event, you want to create something mailer, you can use Copilot to create your content, your images, etc. The AI bot chatbots for the employee queries. We talked about the performance management. We talked about the recruitment, onboarding, and learning and development. So basically, the multiple fold areas within each and every function of HR, we are leveraging AI and Gen AI to kind of enhance an employee experience, also reduce biases, improve the efficiencies within the system. Uh, the last topic is how the future workforce planning can be done. So predict future demand, then the skill gap analysis. So basically, if I talk about the current AI industry, so we struggle a lot to hire good AI talent. There are a lot of more resumes floating in the market which claim to be AI, but there is a lot of skill gap that's there. So that skill gap analysis can be done by AI, say chatbots. Just one skill doesn't make you the AI expert. The people, the organizations are looking somebody who does Python coding, who has a cloud experience, AWS, GCP, Azure, Microsoft, etc. Also well versed with the different large language models, right? In terms of right from the creating RAG models, deployment, monitoring, etc. So who has end-to-end skill set will be kind of considered for that role. So the skill gap analysis and the hiring needs, what could be my future potential demand, looking at the pipeline of the projects, right? So this is one area. Dynamic talent allocation, like, optimize workforce distribution across business demands. So basically, I have 7, 8 teams, right? How I can allocate my resources who are getting hired optimally to manage entire portfolio, right? So what could be the potential optimal solution of resource distribution? So that's one area. We talked about internal say interviews. Growbots growbots can also help you understand the skill gap analysis and say suggest what could be your learnings, say that can be assigned. So that basically twofold. One is that a skill gap analysis and reskilling program, like what could be your future learnings for this particular candidate, right? Those can be addressed via say Gen AI. Automation and efficiency, with all these, if you implement right from recruitment, employee engagement, employee retention, your learning and development platforms, right? Your HR policies, etc. So basically, you are going to cut down on the workforce. You need to increase the employee experience because the information with the speed is more kind of beneficial because the issues are getting resolved much faster rather than people floating mails chasing people. They are getting information instant. And with all this COVID, how this hybrid workforce culture has evolved. AI agents, because the people are working from the remote locations, or maybe the team are scattered across multiple locations. So the synchronization and say basically the efficiency gain can be achieved with the AI because in-person meetings, collaborations are getting really difficult now. So yeah, these are the few applications that I had planned to cover. Any questions, discussions, debate? I'm open for now because this is the content I had. I had two good videos of the demos internal applications that we are using, Grow and Iris. So Grow platform, as I talked, it is mostly the interview of the candidate, internal as well both external. The first round of interview conducted by model and summary is created. The Iris resume is intelligent resume scanning platform where we feed in the job description and the bunch of resumes. It creates a summary Excel sheet. These are the resumes which classify or say qualify on a particular kind of a job role. So that's it, Kanaka ma'am. So I open the floor for the Q&A and discussion. Any queries that I can address. And again, I feel sorry. I have been talking, I didn't had material to share on this machine. I will possibly try to share. If not, the least I can do to click the pictures and I will pass on to Kanaka ma'am so that it can be at least the material is there with all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's absolutely fine, sir. It was a very informative session. Sir, if you can share
So
the link for the
let me ask
videos.
the question otherwise. Any of you using Copilot or any other application in your day to day, like you might be creating some assignment for the students. I know students might be faster than you in creating those result of assignments, but the task that you guys are creating, are you guys using AI Copilots for them?
Our
If
students are
not,
using,
probably
yeah, please. Our students are
please
using
go.
ChatGPT, Gawk, and DeepSeek for their assignments. All the things.
Yeah. So actually, we have to go one step further than students, right? To create more tougher assignment because, uh, and it's easily you can make out this assignment has been solved using ChatGPT because that follows very structured approach, right? For us,
Right.
I mean, we do, and if I assign any task to my team member, I can easily figure out if they have used Copilot or ChatGPT to create that say task, right? And whatever I have assigned. So yes, we have to enhance our game with the students. Let's
The
there's
students are
somebody
using for codes, R codes and Python codes by this ChatGPT. So it's
Yes, I mean it is good. It is good that they use, but the message has to be conveyed to them that the first hand code they have to learn actually. Even if they create the code, probably it may not be it will be 90% accurate. It cannot be 100% accurate for sure, right? So to be like if I have a particular task and I need to create a code, so I can get the first cut from the model, but how I will customize if I don't know to tweak that code for our customization. Probably I may not be able to reach the desired outcome what I wanted for, right? So even we have implemented multiple say projects across customers where we have linked their large databases to LLM models. They ask questions in the natural language. The model is generating code at the back end and it is creating inside the front end. They see the code as well as the insights, charts, etc. So we have gone to that level that the create statistical analysis charts, etc. But the first foremost is that students have to understand the concept behind it. They need to know the coding at least because these models also are developed by the coders. Any more questions, please?
All external participants are requested if they have any query, they can ask their questions to the resource person, or you can write your questions in chat box also.
Okay, so we'll start the session. I'll just share my So is my screen visible?
yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll today be talking about AI strategy on human resource management. Now, what we are going to look at in this session is AI powered people management. which will include introduction to AI in people management, AI powered coaching and feedback, AI in performance management and talent development, ethical considerations and bias mitigation, in examples of AI tools in HR. So it has been less than 2 years since generative AI exploded into the marketplace with ChatGPT. Organizations are still discovering some of its transformative potential. Instead of automating away jobs, AI is showing how it is boosting job performance for knowledge workers in every major function of business, including HR. So, like when computers were first introduced, people were afraid that computers would take away jobs. So similarly, when AI came into existence, again people had the same feeling of fear that AI would take away jobs. But on the other hand, just as computers made working more efficient, similarly AI as a tool has also improved the efficiency of workers. And when I say workers, I'm talking about knowledge workers in every major function of business, including HR, what we are going to talk about today. So, generative AI has not, and it is not, I repeat, going to replace jobs. It is going to make your jobs or your roles more effective. Now, what is artificial intelligence? It refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think and act like humans. So, artificial intelligence as a machine had a very limited kind of thinking. So, artificial intelligence was introduced so that machines, that is, computers, could mimic human thinking or human intelligence and think and take decisions the way humans do. Now, in people management or HR, AI can automate tasks like recruitment, training, and performance evaluation. And that is already being done on a very large scale in the field of HR. We, I am sure you've heard about the software called ATS, which is used in a very big way in the recruitment process today. So, AI algorithms analyze data to provide personalized coaching and identify employee skill gaps for talent development. Now, when we try to analyze skill gaps, it is, and we have, let's say, 500 to 1,000 employees. It is difficult to identify skill gaps on such a large scale, right? But when we have AI tools, it will help us in not only identify the gaps of individual employees, the skill gaps, but also provide personalized coaching to individual employee as to what are the skills he or she lacks and what is it that he or she should do in order to fill that gap. Now, some of the key outcomes and benefits of AI in HR are reduce time to hire. AI can accelerate the recruitment process by automating tasks like screening and scheduling, leading to faster hiring times. So, like I spoke about this survey, this AI tool called ATS, which is already doing most of the recruitment related tasks. Second is improved candidate experience. AI can personalize hiring experience, provide timely feedback, and improve candidate engagement. So, quite often you've heard of and you've seen chatbots being used extensively in the field of marketing and customer service. But here, chatbots are being used in the process of recruitment also. So when a potential candidate is chatting with a recruiter, he or she does not realize that he or she is actually talking to a computer. So they want certain feedback, certain information about their job, their role, the organization. So all these basic information is being provided by AI chatbot and thereby freeing the time of the recruiter or the HR manager for more relevant tasks. AI can streamline HR processes, reduce workload, and improve overall efficiency. So HR was one of the first areas where management, I mean functions, where AI was being used in a big way. Then it helps in increasing diversity. AI can help identify and recruit diverse candidates, promoting inclusive hiring practices. Like traditionally, it is possible that companies may have hired people from a particular background, particular region, particular area, particular gender, right? But, and as a result of this, the recruiters may be biased towards people from certain regions, from certain areas, certain genders. But the AI being a software is not biased, right? So AI brings about diversity in the working workplace. That is, it will hire people from all kinds of backgrounds because it is not able to distinguish between the diverse backgrounds of people. Now, improve employee engagement. AI can facilitate communication, personalize learning experiences, and foster a more collaborative work environment. Now, if you look at facilitating communication, so I just gave you an example that when a potential candidate approaches an organization and has certain questions about his role, he's actually talking, communicating with a chatbot, which the person doesn't realize, and he's very happy with the answers that he's getting. Very clear, candid answers. So AI can facilitate good communication. It can personalize learning experiences. Now, every person has different learning needs. So, normal cases, when we use general learning tools and techniques, how do we go about doing it? So, we'll organize a maybe guest a lecture, a seminar, which is common for say 50 employees. So we cannot personalize the learning experience of each and every individual employee. But with AI, it is possible. And it also helps in fostering a more collaborative work environment where it helps in bringing people from different functional areas on a common platform. Now, AI can provide some real time feedback, personalized development plans, and track employee performance effectively. Now, what I meant by real-time feedback is like this, that let us say we want to assess your performance as a faculty member. So it will be only at the end of the semester that the faculty member will get some feedback about his or her performance. and by the time the semester is already over, so his or her performance cannot be improved. Now, AI helps in making this or giving this feedback in real time when the lectures are being delivered. That is the time that AI is giving feedback. The moment when the employee is performing, at that point of time, it will mention what are the discrepancies or drawbacks or the areas where he or she needs to improve. So, because of this real time feedback, it is possible to conduct personalized development plans for different employees. Now, different employees will have different kinds of learning needs and different development plans. And AI can also help track employee performance effectively, whether the performance is improving or deteriorating. Every day, the performance can be assessed by AI. Now, if you have a small number of employees in a small organization, it can be done manually. But what about an organization where you have thousands of employees? It is just impossible to manually track the performance of individual employees. But with the help of AI, this can be done. Now, if you look at AI in the real world, improving employee experience, simplifying workflows with AI, and automation of enabled self-service. Generative AI helps HR teams quickly summarize information and obtain reliable answers in real time, eliminating the need to navigate lengthy policy documents or switch between apps. So what they have to do is put a lengthy uh, policy document, upload it onto a AI tool, and AI will give a summarized, uh, you know, summarize that entire policy, uh, say in a page, right? Or you can even upload the policy and ask AI whether this particular act is as per the policy or not, and it will give you the answer. So it automates certain manual tasks which are time consuming and tedious. Second is increase administrative productivity. So by reducing administrative tasks, AI and automation free up managers, employees, and HR professionals to focus on strategic initiatives like career development, upskilling, performance management, and talent retention. So you see, the HR department or HR executives do not have to focus on repetitive, mundane tasks. So when they do not have to focus on these repetitive and mundane tasks, they are left with time so that they can focus on strategic initiatives long term, which will help in achieving the organization's objectives, overall objectives. So they can focus on things like career development, upskilling of employees, how to improve their performance, and how to retain talent. It is not just about retaining employees, it is retaining talent. Third area is enhance the recruitment process. Improve talent acquisition with predictive analytics to optimize job postings that align with business metrics and retention goals. Free up talent acquisition professionals to focus on relationship building instead of manual processes. So traditional recruitment process is very mechanical and orthodox and requires a lot of manual processes. Whereas AI can to a large extent take over the entire recruitment process, which leaves the manager free to deal with talent acquisition professionals and also building long term relationships with the employees. Instead of spending time over mundane and repetitive tasks which were which do not require strategic thinking. Now, some examples of how AI has been used extensively used worldwide. So 12,000 hours were saved on repetitive tasks such as data entry and data gathering work in IBM's one quarter alone. So in one quarter, IBM was able to save 12,000 hours. Then 10 to 20% is the projected growth in staff with the help of responsible AI tools and intelligent automation at Flow Career. Again, HR. 15% is the improved employee satisfaction after implementing AI assistants and agents for event and learning management. So, use of AI not only helps in reducing your time or freeing your employees from repetitive mundane tasks, but it also leads to employee satisfaction amongst your existing employees. Now, how does it happen? That we'll see in the later part of the lecture. Now, some more successful case studies from the real world. Unilever leveraged AI video interview assessments to reduce unconscious bias, cut initial screening time by 75%, and improve the quality
Okay.
of hires, all while
Sir,
enhancing
Abhijit
the.
sir,
Yes,
sir, sorry for the interruption, sir. Sir, are you
yes,
changing the slides, sir? The
yes,
slides are not moving because what we
yes.
can see from a long time is what is AI.
No, no, I have been just a minute. I'll- can you see it now?
Sir, yes, sir. It's showing
AI
AI in real world.
world,
AI in
yes,
real world. Yes, sir.
right.
Okay, sir. Please continue, sir. Thank you.
So these are certain successful cases, case studies. Now, Unilever leveraged AI-powered video interview assessments to reduce unconscious bias, cut initial screening time by 75%, and improve the quality of hires, all while enhancing the candidate experience. Now, Unilever is a very large organization. It was using video interview assessments, AI based video interview assessments to reduce unconscious bias. Now, suppose I am conducting an interview, I might have an unconscious bias against a particular gender or people belonging to certain regions. I said, okay, he's from the south, or he's from the north, or he's from the west. So I might unconsciously have certain bias against, let's say, males or females or people from certain parts of the country, or some other kind of biasness, race based biasness, and so on. So, this is what, by analyzing the video, the AI powered tools are able to identify that I am being biased. I am reducing, I am rejecting women candidates quite often. So that means it is likely that I suffer from some kind of unconscious biasness. Now, in a normal video interview, which is not supported by AI, if the screen time is, let's say, 60 minutes, then if this AI powered interview will reduce the screen time by 75% and also improves the quality of hires, people being hired, and all the while enhancing the candidate experience. The candidate is also happy. So it's a win-win situation. The candidate is happy, the recruiting manager is happy, the HR manager is happy, the organization is happy. So it's a win-win situation. AI identifies employees with skills gap by assessing their current competencies against the requirement of future roles. So AI helps in identifying employees with skill gap. With skill gap, what is done meant by skill gap is that today I have a certain set of skills, but as I gain more experience and I am promoted to higher levels, I would require a different skill set. Let us say I am a coder. Started working as a coder. Now, if I am to be promoted, I would require team management skills. I need to not only do coding on my own, but also manage a team. So this is a skill gap. Now the gap is not relevant today, but for my future role. So AI is able to identify that my future role, I would realize these skills which are currently missing. AI recommends personalized training programs to bridge the identified skill gaps and prepare employees for evolving job demands. Now, recommending personalized training program means that for every individual employee, it will identify the skill gap and suggest a training program, personalized training program for every individual employee depending upon his or her skill gap. Just as when you go to a gym, there's a gym trainer. So gym trainer suggests different types of exercises for people with different types of bodies. Somebody is thin, somebody is fat, somebody is overweight, underweight, whatever. So similarly, AI will recommend a personalized training program based on your characteristics, qualifications, skill sets, and so on. AI curated training content.
Hello. Voice is not audible. Abhijit sir.
Okay, I think I'm audible now. There was a connectivity problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. So AI algorithms analyze employee data to identify skill gaps and learning preferences. Now, one is skill gaps. The second is learning preferences. Now, how do I learn? I can attend an online course. I can go to a institution and undertake a full-time course. So based on my learning preferences, it will suggest the kind of courses I should undertake. Personalized training paths are created to cater to individual learning styles and career goals. So, what are my career goals and what is my individual learning style? I like to attend a full time university course, not go for part time online kind of courses. That is my individual learning style. AI continuously updates training content based on real time performance data and emerging industry trends. So, when you are preparing content for training people, this content also has to be upgraded continuously. Upgraded how? Upgraded on the basis of real time performance data and emerging industry trends. So, what is depending upon what is required by the industry and the real time performance of existing employees, the content is being modified continuously, right? So, I remember there was an incident a long time back. There used to be a course called Microsoft Certified Software Engineer. So, there was an online test, and in that online test, you would be asked questions. And if you got questions in a particular area wrong, it would continue asking questions in that particular area. Right. So, what it would do is that for every individual candidate, the questions would differ. And based on the performance of the candidate, if he was doing in a particular doing well in a particular area, they would not ask more questions in that particular area. Now, ethical considerations of AI in people management. AI in HR brings numerous benefits, but it is crucial to address ethical concerns that arise. Potential biasness in algorithms can lead to unfair or discriminatory outcomes in hiring, performance reviews, and promotion. By prioritizing fairness, transparency, and accountability, we can ensure that AI enhances people management ethically and responsibly. Now, one of the first instances of a company which was using AI for recruitment, it faced a major biasness issue. The company realized that the software was used for recruitment, identifying potential candidates for recruitment, and it seemed to have a gender bias. It was suggesting more male candidates as compared to female candidates. So the company executives were puzzled how could the software be biased, the AI software be biased. So they realized that it was working on data of last 10 years, 20 years, where there were less women in the workforce. So it was identifying the previous trend, and on the basis of previous trend where there was say 10 or 20% women in the workforce, it was extrapolating that same trend to the modern data. And again, it was only taking 10 to 20% of the candidates who were females. So this is how biasness can arise even in a AI driven software. So this is called an algorithmic bias. That biasness existed in the algorithm because that algorithm was studying the past behavior and mimicking the past behavior. So these are things we need to avoid in case of using AI. Now, data privacy is another important ethical issue here. we need to implement robust data encryption and access control to protect employee information. If we are using AI systems, data privacy is critical because your data could be accessed by others who misuse this data. You should establish clear guidelines on data collection, usage, and retention in compliance with privacy regulations. So today, earlier we would blindly share our details whenever we wanted to register on a website. But today I realize that I will register on a website only if it follows certain privacy related regulations and guidelines. Provide employees with transparency and control over their personal data, ensuring their rights are respected. So, the personal data of the employees should not be publicly shared. Let us say their salary related data and such data should not be shared publicly. Now, implement diverse data sets to train AI models, ensuring representation across different demographics and backgrounds. So when we are basically when we train how we train AI models is that we divide the data into two parts. One is the training set and the other is the test set. So it is in the ratio of 80 to 20. So we train the AI model on 80% of the data and see whether it is able to correctly predict 20% of the data. So this is how we train the AI data sets. So we should train data sets on different demographic and people from diverse backgrounds. Use explainable techniques to understand how AI models make decisions and identify potential sources of biasness. Now, XAI is a technique in which it is possible to understand the exact process by which AI model is going to take a decision and identify potential sources of biasness, like in the example I just gave, where it was hiring more male candidates and female candidates as compared to female candidates because it was using a database which was old. Establish audit procedures to regularly evaluate AI systems for bias and fairness and promptly address any unidentified and any identified issues. So it is imperative that you should perform audit of various AI systems on a regular basis to identify any kind of unfairness or biasness in the algorithm. Now AI is transforming HR with tools like Hire View for video interviews and automated screening, Vizier for workforce analytics, and platforms like Degreed offering personalized learning experience. So these are some of AI-based tools which are being used in HR. So these tools streamline process and provide data insights. By leveraging these, companies can create more efficient and effective people management strategies. So I'll just give you a brief view of what HireView does and what Vizier does. This is HireView. So these are different modules of HireView where it provides candidate experience, recruiter experience, assessment, structured video interviewing, AI in hiring, language proficiency test, high view, higher view for high volume. If you want to hire people in bulk, let's say 100 marketing executives, that is also possible using this tool called Hire View. So video interviewing is just one of the modules. It has several modules. Now, example of AI tools, Vizier. If I want to ask a question, which employees on my team are most and least productive? Who is most productive and least productive? It will give me the answer in a graphical form, right?
फाइनल वाला
Again,
कब तक हो जाएगा?
this from the same software Vizier, which shows answer to this question: which employees on my team are most and least productive and why? So these are names of employees. What has been the change over previous year? Whether it has improved or declined. So these are examples of AI tools which are used in HR. AI algorithms efficiently screen resumes and applications, identifying candidates whose qualification best matches the job requirement. So in India, the most common popular tool which is being used today is called ATS. So people are now, modifying their resume so that it gets noticed by AI tools like ATS. If you do not prepare a resume which will be which will catch the attention of the AI tool, you will be out of the recruitment process. Again, there are software tools to tailor your resume in such a way that it is automatically uh, scanned and accepted by an AI tool. Chatbots powered by AI can engage with potential candidates, answering their queries and providing information about job openings. So, what are the responsibilities? What are the working hours? What is the leave policy? And all these questions, which are generally asked by people applying for a job, this can be taken over by a chatbot. AI tools analyze candidate data and predict their likelihood of succession and retention. So, whether a person is likely to leave the organization or not, even that kind of prediction can be done by AI tools. AI driven surveys and sentiment analysis provide real time insights into employee satisfaction level. So, again, employee satisfaction level is an important criteria. We carry out end of the year sentiment analysis to see or judge the level of satisfaction, which is by the time it may be too late and the employee may also have taken the decision to quit. So this has to be done on a real time basis, which can actually be done by AI. Personalized feedback and coaching recommendation enhance employee engagement and development. Now, if an individual gives feedback and coaching, it may not be acceptable by an employee. But if AI is providing certain feedback and coaching, the employee may not consider it biased. AI algorithms can identify patterns and predict potential disengagement risk, enabling proactive intervention. So, if a person all of a sudden starts taking too many leaves, chances are that he or she is likely to leave. So, in such cases, the AI software will be able to identify and take proactive action before the person actually quits. So, AI revolutionizes people management, offering data driven insight and personalized experiences. Ethical considerations and bias mitigations are crucial for fair and responsible AI implementation. AI streamlines HR processes, enhancing decision making and improving employee engagement. Continuous learning and adaptation are essential to leverage AI effectively in the evolving workplace. And finally, AI empowers personalized learning paths. Okay, I think we have come to the end of this session.